So you guys crushed that 100 like goal on my Rams video, and now I have to do a 20-year rebuild. So with that being said, I'm going to set an even more unrealistic goal for you guys. If you guys want me to do a 30-year rebuild, this video is going to take me like 6 hours to record. A 30-year rebuild would take me like 10 or 11. I would die if I did that. So more unrealistic. Get me to 9,000 subscribers and 500 likes on this video. We're not getting 500 likes on this video. I already know that. I don't think any video on my channel has gotten 500 likes other than maybe some tutorials. But that Rams video, I think, was the highest amount of likes I've ever gotten on a rebuild, which was 150. So 500 likes is basically impossible. So and why is it impossible, you ask? Because I don't want to do a 30-year rebuild, just like how I don't want to do this 20-year rebuild, but I'm a man of my word. I'm going to do it, of course. And for those of you guys wondering, oh, what team are you going to do? You probably already see it from, obviously, the thumbnail and the title. I don't know yet. And the reason I don't know is so many of you guys wanted me to do different 20-year rebuilds, and of course, I can't do them all, or else I'd be dead by the time I did all 32 teams due to the 20-year rebuilds. So I'm going to be doing a wheel and spinning a wheel and seeing what I get. So we're going to go from there. Let's see if we can get this video to 500 likes for a 30-year rebuild. That would kill me, and 9,000 subscribers. If you guys are wondering why this video took so long to get out, I had LASIK eye surgery, meaning I had to wear glasses before, but now since I got surgery on my eyes, I can see like a normal human being. So it took me a couple days to recover from that. But anyways, you guys don't really care. Let's just get into the video. And also, I don't have any background music for this, so I'm just going to make the background music. So these are all the teams that I saw people comment down below that they wanted me to do a 20-year rebuild on. These are not all 32 teams. Just whatever you commented in and whatever I saw you wanted me to do a 20-year rebuild is on this wheel. So again, I do not have background music, so let's just spin this. Beam, 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 beam. Beam, 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 beam. Bing. Okay, it's gonna be Lions. Yeah, let's go. Actually, I actually kind of wanted to do the Lions. That'd be sick. It almost landed on the Ravens, which would have been sick for my team, but it is going to be the Detroit Lions. So anyways, let's move into it. So now we got our coach, Mike Rodick. Now this is the team in year one. Honestly, starting off, I like what we got. I'm going to start off with David Montgomery over Jahmyr Gibbs. Amon-Ra St. Brown honestly deserves an X Factor. Jamison Williams, he's going to be suspended, so do I just move? Who cares, honestly? Honestly, who cares? He's suspended for 6 games, or is it 8? 6. It's 6 games. They got Marvin Jones back. Sam Laporta was a nice pick in the second round. Great offensive line. Defensively, though, I'm going to move Tracy Walker to left outside linebacker because I do want Kirby Joseph to be starting over Tracy Walker, of course, and I want Tracy Walker to actually be put to good use. So Kirby Joseph is going to be there. Brian Branch, I moved down to defensive back, even though he is a safety, because let's be real here. Would you rather have Christian Gonzalez or would you rather have Jahmyr Gibbs? You pick Jahmyr Gibbs over Christian Gonzalez, and any Lions fans that says, oh, well, I would rather have Jahmyr Gibbs, they're lying to themselves. But Brian Branch, I'm going to make him the DB #1 here, even though he is supposed to be a safety. So I am just going to start him just for that reason, just because he's a rookie and he has star dev. So we're going to do that. Great second round picks. Also getting Jack Campbell. I'm going to start him out over Alex Anzalone. And what is his first name? Malcolm Rodriguez. Okay, that's who it is. And then I'm going to make sure Jack Campbell is the starting. Okay, why is... Let's adjust this, please. Tracy Walker, I don't want to be my starting sub linebacker, which is annoying. I don't want that there. Got all that. David Montgomery. Amon-Ra is going to be my #1 and my slot. Okay, I guess. Can I make it Jamison Williams, please? No, I guess I'm not allowed to. Okay, that's quite interesting. But for the rest of the defense, we're looking fine. Jack Campbell, again, is going to move up, and I'm going to move Jack Campbell up as well into the starting depth position for the sub linebacker. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll hop in. Where is Jack Campbell? I want him up there. I do not want Tracy Walker. Tracy Walker is a 71 sub linebacker. That's surprising. But anyways, year one of the 20-year rebuild. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-2 top of the division. The Vikings are 0-6. We have a breakout defensive lineman, Romeo Arquara. okay is going to be, or is it the other Aquara? Don't they have both the Aquara brothers on the team or not? I don't know. Maybe I'm retarded. Choose a draft class. Obviously going to keep auto-generated rookies. It's too early to tell. I don't know what I'm going to do about Jared Goff, but for right now, we are 4-2, so evidently he's not that much of a problem. I definitely want defensive tackle in my first year. That is probably most definitely our biggest need, or defensive back. Probably going to pick defensive back in round 1, then defensive tackle in round 2. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we have here. Chancey Gardner-Johnson doesn't want to be here. He wants to be close to home. Then why did you sign here? That's kind of your fault, but I'll sign you on 7 years. Marvin Jones, no. Emmanuel Mosley, I wouldn't mind. He wants to be a champion. Sorry, that's we're the Lions. I don't know why he came here if he wanted to be a champion. You signed here too in free agency. This is your decision, dude. Graham Glasgow is already 30. I can pick someone else other than him. Everyone else here, don't have an interest in. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs in year 1, 10-7 top of the division, here to face the 10-7 Philadelphia Eagles. I guess the Eagles didn't win their division. That's interesting. So it's definitely the Cowboys. Micah Parsons is broken simulation, coming off a win to the Packers to secure our #1 spot in our division. Jared Goff's a baller, dude. Other than that pass rating, come on, where's he at? Not top 10. Jacoby Brissett is, though. 7th best offense and the 14th best defense. But if you look here, 2nd in passing yards, 5th in passing touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Ugh, shit, dude. That is really bad. 94 pass rating is not good either. David Monty, 17 touchdowns is nice, but 3.8 per carry needs to go up. Amon-Ra, 111 receptions, 107 for Marvin Jones, 1,300 yards for Marvin Jones, 8 touchdowns, 12 touchdowns for Amon-Ra, 1,400 yards. Amon-Ra deserves an X factor after that season. Defensively, Jack Campbell, 129 tackles, great season for a rookie. Tackles for a loss, 17 for Aleem McNeil. Sacks, 19 for Aiden Hutchinson. That's going to be an X factor. Interceptions, 6 for Brian Branch, the rookie. That's going to be a superstar dev. And Emmanuel Mosley with 1 defensive touchdown. Our rookies are balling out. Love to see it. Let's see what we got here against the Philadelphia Eagles to see if we can move on to the divisional. We do not. 35-38. They're a great team. Not really too upset about that. Let's move into the offseason. And the Bills get their first ever Super Bowl win, beating the Niners. Man, the Niners are plagued. They've lost this Super Bowl. They lost to the Chiefs. They lost to the Ravens. They can never win the Super Bowl. They can never finish it off. But Josh Allen wins the Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP. Aiden Hutchinson wins Rookie of the Year, quote unquote. Not really, but you know what I mean. Probably it would be Brian Branch with 6 interceptions for Defensive Rookie of the Year. But Amon-Ra does get X Factor. Like to see that. No other upgrades offensively. Defensively, Aiden Hutchinson. He already came with Superstar. Dude had 19 sacks in a season. I'm giving him X Factor. I don't care. That's not justified. 19 sacks in a season is most definitely justified. He's getting X Factor. Jack Campbell, I feel like he should have gotten an upgrade. 130 tackles in a season is really good. But Brian Branch got a Superstar, so I think that makes up for it. So Brian Branch is just, I'm not even going to up Jack Campbell since Brian Branch got an upgrade. So let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Andy Lee and Justin Houston both retire. So that's fine. Don't care. It's Justin Houston to the Bears. Like that would do anything really. Marvin Jones, Emmanuel Mosley, everyone else here just don't really care about. $61 million to spend in free agency. Let's move into it. After free agency, I got Michael Thomas on a 2-year, kind of big deal for him, $15 million a year type of deal, which is very good for him. But it's only 2 years for us. Cam Dantzler, he didn't want to be here, but I paid him a little bit extra money. It's a cheap contract. He's 24 years old, not like extremely cheap, but he's a 79 overall. He's going to be our DB number 2. But let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Solomon E. Banks out of Kansas State. Hidden dev, 88 speed, great athleticism overall, 6'1", 250. A, hit power, B, zone coverage, B, tackle, B, awareness. He looks great. He's going to move to left outside linebacker. With my next pick, I'm picking up defensive back Corey Jenkins out of Purdue. 5'9" is pretty small, but 190. Hidden dev is the big thing. 93 speed, great athleticism, B, zone coverage, B, tackle, B, catching. He looks good as well. And now I'm picking up a new right guard. He's technically a left guard. I'm going to move him to right guard. Out of Wisconsin, 6'5", 312, hidden dev. So we are keeping him kind of local. We're keeping him up north, not really in Michigan, but You know what I mean. 87 strength, skills overall are pretty good. He had like some, I think it was elite vertical for a lineman, which was kind of crazy. But anyways, he's going to be our new right guard to replace Graham Glasgow. Now, this is the team after the draft. The O-line is stellar, as always. Sam Laporta will hopefully develop. Michael Thomas is going to be the receiver 2. Jameson Williams, the 3. Josh Reynolds don't really plan on re-signing either. Defensively, Ebanks, okay. Solomon Ebanks, or Ebanks, whatever, is going to be my new left outside linebacker. As he's a 75 overall, will probably move up to a 76. He's going to start over Tracy Walker. Tracy Walker's going to be in rotation with Anzalone now. Gordon I got in like the 5th round. Jenkins is a 75. He's going to move up. Brian Branch is going to be the number 1 here, of course. Jenkins, I'm going to keep as the slot DB probably. It looks like Branch is a better one, but it doesn't really matter. Not going to do that. Move Jack Campbell up and Rodriguez up. Don't want Tracy Walker being my sub linebacker. But anyways, apart from that, it's now time to move into year 2 and the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 3-3 top of the division, but if we lose here, we could immediately jump to like the bottom of the division. Breakout wide receiver. Want to say I appreciate you. I don't know who you are. Let me see your face, and then I'll Jameson Williams, 3 touchdowns, 150 yards. I don't think that's going to happen against the 6-1 Panthers, but speaking of receiver, I need a new one, but I also still need that defensive tackle because that class was really, really weak. But this is a strong receiver class, so hopefully I can draft one in the 1st round and then get a defensive tackle in the 2nd round. Drafting defensive tackles in round 1 really sucks for me. This dude doesn't like our scheme, and he doesn't like that he's that he's basically on the Lions. He just doesn't like it. But we're gonna re-sign our left guard, Jonah Williams. Josh Reynolds can walk. Romeo Okwara is already 28. I don't care. Riley Patterson. I'll do a 7-year deal, dude. You're a kicker? Sure. Just accept it. I don't know why you have an interest in playing here, but sure. Charles Harris can walk. Everyone else here can walk as well. Don't really care about them. But anyways, it's now time to move in to actually the next week to see if we can get that wide receiver breakout challenge for Jameson Williams and get him to superstar. We lost. We definitely didn't get 3 touchdowns. I didn't get it done today, Coach. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm more than aware. But anyways, let's see what we got as we are now 2nd in the division. But let's move into the playoffs. Here we are finishing 6-11. If we beat the Vikings in the 4-13 Vikings, if we scored 4 more points, we would have taken top of the division at 7-10. The Packers get the 4th seed at 6-11. That's how garbage our division is. Stats and awards, Jared Goff, not bad. 14th best offense. Defensively, 20. Why? Well, it's really not that bad. 5,000 yards, 37 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, 100 passer rating. David Monty, 10 touchdowns, 4.5 per carry, huge improvement, 1,100 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1,600 yards, 14 touchdowns is great. Michael Thomas only getting 3 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards. Jameson Williams really not putting up that many numbers. Defensively, Jack Campbell, 147 tackles is great, 14 tackles for a loss too. Aleem McNeil with 16 tackles for a loss, sacks, 7.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, that's it. Interceptions, 4 for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Safeties on the team is 1 for Levi Onwuzurike and 0 defensive touchdowns. I'm going to need a new edge rusher. It's definitely the defensive line. Yeah, the defensive line is the huge problem. But let's move in to the offseason. And the Bills are back-to-back Super Bowl champions, this time beating the Giants 37-31. Josh Allen once again wins another Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins the league MVP. Miles Sanders gets the Offensive Player of the Year. There are no awards here for the Detroit Lions. Unfortunate. Really was hoping my linebacker got it. Probably should have started him at sub linebacker. But what do we got? Jared Goofball gets superstar dev. Let's go. Doyle has star dev. That's fine with me. Anything else here? No. Defensively, oh my God. Just tell me. Just tell me I'm the best at drafting. Just tell me. Dude didn't even have... He came with it. Just tell me I'm the best at drafting. I know. Just drafted the next Luke Kuechly, but he's a little bit slightly different of a skin color. Jack Campbell gets superstar dev. C.J. Gardner-Johnson gets superstar dev as well. And Jenkins has star dev. That's fine with me as long as they have a minimum of star dev. And yeah. Anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see what we got for the re-signings. In the NFC North, Harrison Smith does retire. Hitman is gone. That's good for us. I mean, the Vikings were already 4-13, so it's not like it really matters at the same time. Josh Reynolds, Romeo Okwara. Dang, Josh Reynolds aged 1 year and he went down 3 overalls. Romeo Okwara Everyone else here doesn't matter. That's why development matters so much. It determines regression as well. But let's move into free agency. So I know I do this in a lot of rebuilds where I sign Ed Oliver, but there was also Nick Bosa in free agency, but obviously he has no interest with the team. And if someone has absolutely zero interest, unless they're like a lower overall, then I don't feel like it's realistic to sign them. Because in real life, if a player's a 99, they're going to choose where they want to go. But if, like, I signed Cam Dantzler, he had no interest with the team, but it's at the same time, it's Cam Dantzler. Not too many teams are interested in him in the first place. So as long as they have interest and they are good, I'll sign them. But if they're a 99 and they don't want to play with the team, like, let's be realistic, they're not going to play with you. But let's see what that sounded so gay. But you know what I mean. Anyways, let's move into the draft. So I'm going to be trading out of pick 5. I really don't like anything on the board. And really top 10 picks, top 5 picks should be valued a lot more because I'm now only receiving, I'm trading back to pick 21 and getting a projected next year's pick 27. Really, I should be getting like a pick 15 or a pick 12 here and getting a next year's one as well. Not really a pick 10, more like a pick 15 and a next year's first, but I'll take this from the Falcons. I'll get a this year's pick 21, pick 85, and a next year's projected pick 27 from the Falcons. So I'll accept that. In the first round, I'm selecting D'Angelo Murphy out of Texas Tech at pick 21. I'm glad I traded back because he only has normal dev. 6'4", 315, 93 strength. I saw he had elite strength, and that's why I picked him. A block shedding, A hit power, B finesse moves. It really sucks that he has only normal dev. I usually like taking outside linebackers who are edge rushers, then moving them down to defensive end, but hopefully he can develop. In the second round, I'm selecting Quincy McCoy, who's projected to go in the third round. I picked him at the early second round, which may seem like a reach, but not to me. 6'5", almost 300 pounds, hidden dev, 86 strength, 86 acceleration, A finesse moves, A hit power. He looks great. So this is the team moving into year number 3, and offense is really set. Jared Goff has been doing great. The defense is what the problem was. McCoy is a 70 overall. That's fine with me. He's going to start over Lee McNeil. Humphrey is a 77. Great pick. No dev. Really sucks. Brian Branch is superstar, so of course he's going to be the starter. Jenkins, I'm going to make the number 2. Eubanks, got all that. Gordon. Like what we got here. Specialist. Let's see what we have. Walker Rodriguez. Why isn't my X Factor in the sub linebacker rotation? That's annoying, but I'll fix it myself. Jamison Williams, I want to be my slot. And yeah, what's his name? Ebanks? Yeah, Ebanks is going to be, or Eubanks, however you want to pronounce it. I'm going to move him to my starting sub linebacker because, of course, he has X Factor. Why would I not have him there instead of Tracy Walker, dude? Get Tracy Walker out of here. Move him. Yeah, he's a 75. I'm going to start him over everyone here. Just because of the X Factor. His X Factor is selflessness, which is the stupidest thing considering we don't even have other X Factors on our defense. Actually, we have Aiden Hutchinson. Never mind. Let's move in to the 4th season, or I don't know which season. Mid-season mark. Here we are at the mid-season mark because we are 2-5. What's the problem? Our offensive points per game is just not there. Our passing game and our rushing game isn't bad. We're just not putting it together offensively now, but our defense is 6th. Okay. Defensive line breakout, Ed Oliver. He really wants to get an X Factor here, so that would be sick if he could get that. And then also we're about to face the Cowboys, which is, the Packers, who are 6-1, which is really going to blow. And then QB, is this a breakout challenge for a QB? Jared Goff, stellar game, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. X marks the spot. He could get X Factor here if he has a stellar game. So I'm going to keep it in the Buffalo offense. I was about to switch it to the Dallas, but Dallas has more running. I need more passing here. And I'm going to do the scouting national focus. Man, what do we need? I guess you can have never too many. Actually, I need to replace Michael Thomas because his contract is up this year. And I'm not going to keep him again because he really isn't performing that well. So players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. We have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You're staying on the team whether you like it or not. Big market in Detroit. Not so much, really. Mentor if he wants a mentor, I'll sign him a mentor. If it's that simple to make his contract cheaper for the long term of this, like making a contract a little bit cheaper for the longevity of a 20-year rebuild is huge. If he wants a mentor, I'm going to give him a mentor. Where is mentor here? Julio Jones. Sure, Julio, come to the Lions. Why not? I could see that in real life. Julio Jones to the Lions. We're going to probably have to cut a player, and then it's going to readjust my entirety of the roster. But let's, sure, cut my 30 overall tight end, who's a.k.a. my long snapper. So does that immediately pique his interest or no? it slightly increases it. So we're just going to do player friendly here, and we're going to do 7 years. And that resigns instead of very player friendly. Panay Sewell, what do you want? You want a different scheme. Not going to change that, so I'll just give you a little bit more money, and let's do a 7-year deal here. Here he signs on that. David Montgomery doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want state income tax. He wants to win. I want to pay you. I'll do 3 years, and I'll pay you extra money. Notice, take notes, Giants and Raiders. Notice how I'm paying the running back? And never mind. Notice how he declined. I can see why the Giants and Raiders are being picky now. Michael Thomas, we'll see how it goes. Right now he has a high interest. He's not a bad overall. Taylor Decker, he wants to be close to home, Ohio. Your home is in Ohio? You should choose a different home. Team has a franchise QB. I'll do 2 years. I'm fine with that. 2 years. That's fine. Offensive lineman regression doesn't start for a while. I'll do a 4-year deal with Jared Goff. He's been playing amazing with us. Bring the length down. Okay, I guess. Sure. Hopefully it didn't readjust the entirety of my roster. I'm going to check that now. It's going to be so useful. But anyways, the rest of that looks good. Got all that. Offensively, we're all good on that. And let's see. If we can beat the Packers, get the X Factor, and also get X Factor for Ed Oliver or Jared Goff, or both, would be amazing. Probably going to get it for neither. We're 31-8. We're not getting it for either of them. I did what I could, man. Yeah, you did what you could. You got blown out. Is that what it was? We're definitely changing the playbook here to the Dallas offense, because obviously the Buffalo offense is not working at all. Only scoring 8 points, obviously, is going to be a no-deb upgrade for Jared Goff. We're going to change this to the Dallas offense. I usually like running Buffalo offense if I have the receivers, but since I also have a solid tight end in Sam Laporta, I think running the Dallas offense wouldn't be a bad option either. So multiple zone run. Is it in multiple zone run? I always want it there. Multiple zone run, 4-6 defense is always what I go with. It usually tends to work out pretty well. But anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. Hopefully we can make them this year. And we're going 5-12. Our defensive points per game is 6th, but what's the problem now? Like, our offense suddenly sucks. Jared Goff is just terrible now. 23rd best defense, 2nd best offense. Just why 87 pass? He was doing so. He did so. Yeah, dude. What's the problem? What's the problem, dude? David Monty, 1,000 yards, 4.9 per carry, 9 touchdowns. Receiving wise, I guess it's just Jared Goff now. Amon-Ra, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. Sam Laporta, 5 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, nice. Michael Thomas, probably going to let walk. Jameson Williams is doing all right, I guess. Jack Campbell, 118 tackles. Eubanks, or whatever, 118 tackles as well. Tackles for a loss, 17 for Ed Oliver. Sacks, 20.5 for Aiden Hutchinson. Mumphrey, I hate that last name, so stupid. D'Angelo Mumphrey, 7.5 sacks, 13 tackles for a loss. Not bad for a rookie. Interceptions, 1 for Corey Jenkins. Not that much this year. Safeties, 1 for Aiden Hutchinson. Defensive touchdowns is 0. So I'm going to put Jared Goff on a 1-year contract, then we're going to move from there. But let's move into the offseason. And the Rams once again beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl. This time, Caleb Irving wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins back-to-back league MVPs, which will never happen in real life. Defensive Player of the Year is Aiden Hutchinson, and no Rookie of the Years for the Detroit Lions. But we know the problem is Jared Goff this season. I'm going to do 1 more year because he's had great seasons with us before. Hendon Hooker is not the answer, I can assure you. How old is Hendon Hooker, too? He's already 27. He's not going to do shit for us. Okay. Interesting. What are we going to do? McCoy has Stardev, Branch, no upgrades? This is unfortunate. Why is Brian Branch not progressing faster than Cam Dantzler? Anyways, let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Julio Jones retires in the Lions. That's fine, bro. As long as I get that Amon-Ra St. Brown contract, I don't care. Let's see who else we have. David Monty again. I offered you, here's the player friendly, so that's the lot of money that you wanted. The 3 years, I'll even increase your bonus. You're getting around $10 million a year, and he still wants to be in free agency. Okay, I guess if you don't want to be here that bad, leave. Michael Thomas, he wasn't doing bad. I just don't want him for another 2 years. He can walk. Jared Goff, you're getting a 1-year contract, but here's the very player friendly. Dump it down to 1 year. $36 million for 1 year. We're gonna do that. See what you do with that, and then go from there. Hopefully I can find a different receiver or a different running back in free agency. I don't know if Jahmyr Gibbs is going to do good, but let's move into free agency. After free agency, I got someone better than David Montgomery, which is Aaron Jones. I keep stealing players from our division rivals. We get David Montgomery from the Bears. Now we're taking the Packers running back Aaron Jones. They also made an offer on him, but he just had a higher interest with us. So he is 2 overalls higher, superstar dev. He's 2 years older, but at the same time, I'm paying him basically the same thing I would have to David Montgomery. And he is superstar dev, of course. And Josh Sweat, I'm going to keep him for 3 years since Mumphrey did not get a dev in year 1. So Mumphrey is going to rotate. That really sucks because he was a first-round pick. But I'm not going to pass up Josh Sweat if he wants to be here. But let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up wide receiver Greg Smith at pick number 4. 6'4", 216, only 89 speed, but he does have 94 jumping. Hidden development, A catching traffic, A catching, A spectacular catch. He's that possession guy. Definitely going to be our receiver too. And with my other first round pick, I'm picking up defensive tackle Paul Riddick. For some reason, nobody was taking this guy. He was supposed to be projected round 1, and this is pick 29 with the Falcons pick. 91 strength, hidden dev, 6'6", A play rec, A tackle, B finesse, B block shedding, B power moves. He looks great. So now I'm trading away pick number 4 in the second round, pick 36 for the next year's projected pick 32. So I'm trading away this year's early second round pick for a guaranteed return on investment here with the Panthers projected pick 32 next year. So big brain. And in the third round, I'm picking up a second string tight end for us, Terrence Gore out of Miami, 6'5", 245. Hidden development, 84 speed, 86 acceleration, A pass block, A awareness, B catching, B impact blocking. He looks great for a third round pick. So this is the team after the draft. Gore is going to be a 75 fullback, but he's also a 74 overall tight end. So for 74 overall tight end in the middle of the third round, great pick. Smith is a 74 overall. He's going to be receiver 2. Jameson Williams is going to be in the slot. Jahmyr Gibbs is still going to be a second string, unfortunately. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Wilkerson, Marcus Wilkerson out of Boston College. 95 throw power. What a tank for an arm. He's already better than Malik Hooker, and he's in his rookie year. Defensively looking into it, Riddick is a 75 overall. I'm honestly going to start him, then put McCoy as the 3. We're going to have so much depth here with Josh Sweat. Mumphrey's in rotation, so that's great. Put Riddick as there as well. And then I want Brian Branch. He is superstar dev, so please start him. That's the guy that I want. And then everyone else here looks pretty good. I would like to have more depth at the linebacker here, which I should probably get, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I got all that. Smith, I don't really want in the slot. I'd rather have Jameson Williams there, but for right now, we're going to keep it there. Actually, Smith, let's put Smith in the slot and then move Jameson Williams to receiver 2, since Jameson Williams is an 85 overall already. And Jared Goff, you're on the hot seat. If you don't do it this year, you're not getting an extension. We're drafting a new QB. But anyways, apart from that, let's move into the midseason mark. What's the problem? Our offensive points per game is 28th. Almost everything else is in the green. Dude, Goff, like, what's the problem here, dude? 30th, pass rating is terrible. Passing yards is great. I kind of just want to trade him away mid-season. Honestly, it would be better just to bench him. I just want to trade him away. This is how I feel. I'm going to bench him for Wilkerson. If we're 1-6, the dude is 7th, 30th in the league for touchdowns, and then is just total doo-doo. 83 passer rating. Scouting national focus is going to be quarterback. We're 1-6. He is the problem. He has all the pieces he needs. I just got him a new receiver. Wilkerson's going to be the starter. He couldn't do much worse, really. Aiden Hutchinson, you're staying here for 7 years. He resigns on that. Jameson Williams doesn't want to be here. He just wants to be in the Super Bowl chase. I'll wait on that. Or do I just commit? I'll commit to it, actually. I'll just do that. I could find a better fit in free agency, then go do it. Kirby Joseph, he wants a mentor. If that's all he wants, I'll fix it immediately. Like, literally, that's all you have to do. If you want a mentor, like, I'm not going to change my scheme, because changing a whole scheme for one player seems unrealistic unless it's, like, someone like Nick Chubb or someone that's, like, crazy. But, like, if it's going to be that simple to have just a mentor, just to sign a mentor, just to keep them happy and give them a nice contract, sure, I'll give them a mentor. Bobby McCain, you're on the team. And then do I have to cut anyone? Hopefully not. I do have to cut someone. So now it's going to readjust my entire roster. God, I hate this game. But it's about management. This is management, boys. Players ready to negotiate, going back into it. We're going to go to Kirby Joseph, who now has an interest with the team. 7-year deal. He resigns. See, it saves you so much money. Just get them a mentor if they want it. I should honestly trade Jared Goff. I'm probably going to sign him to a 1-year deal and then drop him off somewhere. Malcolm Rodriguez, I do want back. What does he want? He wants a warm weather state. I can't really bring him that. Do a 5-year deal with him, player friendly. He resigns on that. $35 million. Brian Branch doesn't want to be here. He wants a mentor at his position. Bro, everyone wants a mentor. Sam Laporta, you better not want a mentor because I'm not going to give you one. What do you want? He wants a warm weather state. I'll just pay you, dude. He resigns. Brian Branch. I'm going to go sign him his mentor now. Bobby McCain, yeah, he's a DB. He just doesn't like him. And he doesn't like this mentor either. Oh, now he doesn't like our scheme. I wish you would have just told me that to start with. And now he doesn't even accept the damn Bro. He's like, oh, I want a mentor. That will increase my interest. I get him 2 mentors. He doesn't like both of his mentors. Well, he likes them. And then he's like, no. Now you need to change the entire scheme to fit what I want. Wilkerson is going to be the starter. Everything back to where I want it. Smith is fine. Got Gore, specialist. Smith is going to be in the slot. Ebanks, I want the starter. Quickly going through this because, God, it's so annoying to do this. Wilkerson takes us from 1-7 to 8-9. Wilkerson is that guy. Hold up. Okay, so yeah, 103 passer rating. Is Wilkerson just that guy? Hold up. Wilkerson might be that guy. Do I give Marcus Wilkerson a chance? Out of Boston College? QB of the future player tag? Oh man. Wilkerson. He might be that guy. 8 interceptions in half a season isn't the best. Aaron Jones, 18 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry, 1,300 yards. I'm pumped about Marcus Wilkerson, the underdog. Greg Smith, the rookie, 1,200 yards, 5 touchdowns. That should be rookie of the year. Amon-Ra, 7 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Defensively, Jack Campbell, 134 tackles for a loss, 15 for Josh Sweat. Sacks, 14.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 12 for Josh Sweat. Interceptions, 2 for Jack Campbell. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 1 for Brian Branch. But Marcus Wilkerson, I feel like he deserves a chance. Let's move in to the offseason. And the Steelers humiliate the Commanders in the Super Bowl. Najee Harris wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. Greg Smith wins the Rookie of the Year. He had Star Dev before, so he should get Superstar now after getting the Rookie of the Year, I believe. So let's see that he has it, and he does have it. Greg Smith is a Superstar Dev now. That's awesome to see. So he's probably going to be receiver 2. Jameson Williams going to be receiver 3. Jared Goff, I'm definitely going to trade him away. I'm going to sign him and then trade him away. Riddick is a star dev. That's fine, though. Brian Branch still stays a superstar dev. I'm still going to re-sign Brian Branch. He is a superstar dev. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Bobby McCain retires, David Bakhtiari, and Preston Smith as well. That's honestly very helpful that David Bakhtiari retired because the Packers were competing for our division. 8-9. Marcus Wilkerson deserves a chance. Jameson Williams, I'm going to offer the same thing. If he doesn't want it, he doesn't want it. He resigns, offered the same thing. Jared Goff, I'm going to re-sign you on your 1-year deal. Very player-friendly, 1 year, do that. He resigns on that. We're going to get Brian Branch back as well. I don't care what I have to pay him. I want to pay him, sure, $12 million a year. I want to play for a new team. Well, I'm going to tag you, and I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen. So, negative $4 million in cap now. Going to trade away Jared Goff and his contract, but let's move into the draft. Okay, so here's the deal. We have Doug Hudson here at pick 16. He is the only guy who's projected round 1 here. Everyone else is basically UDFA or just garbage here. Doug Hudson out of Toledo is 6'3", 220. I know everyone wants that Marcus Wilkerson story, even I do, but he has elite speed. He's an amazing athlete, runs a 4.4, runs a 4.38 out of his pro day. A's across the board. I'm going to pick Doug Hudson, but I'm going to start Marcus Wilkerson. I'm going to start Marcus Wilkerson, but Doug Hudson, see what you got. Normal dev, okay. So he's got the athleticism, 91 speed to 92 throw power is crazy, but Wilkerson's going to be the starter. We're going to have a battle between the two and see what happens. With my other first round pick that I got from the Panthers, 91 speed middle linebacker, Damian Jordan. Only normal dev, again, really sucks. Hit power, dude. Like, this dude looks good, but why does he have normal dev? It's stupid. But anyways, he's going to be our second string linebacker. In the third round, I'm picking up a linebacker with hidden dev, 91 speed as well, hidden dev out of LSU. A zone coverage, B awareness, hit power's not nearly there. He's better, I guess. Okay. So we're now trading away a Jared Goofball to the Giants for next year's second round pick, because currently the Giants' starting QB is Zach Wilson. So yeah, Jared Goff's definitely going to be a new starter, and we got a new team. They're the Gunners apparently, and yeah, they're the Seahawks that relocated apparently. So the Gunners, the Seattle Seahawks, the Gunners. I don't even know where they're located at, but anyways, let's move into the team. And Hudson is a 75 overall. That's a great overall. But Wilkerson, he is that guy. We all want to see this underdog story. Wilkerson is that guy. Let's see how he does at the midseason mark. If we have like at least a 500 at the midseason mark, I'm keeping Wilkerson at the starter. Hudson looks like such a baller though, for being real here though. 92 throw power with 91 speed. He looks like a baller, but I want to see this underdog story of Marcus Wilkerson out of Boston College. 96 throw power, doesn't have the speed, but has an absolute cannon on him, and he has all the tools he needs here to win. Smith is going to be the 2 here just because of his development. McAllister is a star dev, and Jordan, yeah, again, he's a 76, but it's just unfortunate that he didn't get a dev and he was our first round pick. But he's going to be benched just because our third round pick has the dev, which is really lame. Maybe I'll trade away Jordan later. But anyways, this is the team we got. Looking pretty good. Wilkerson, do us good. 89 overall team. Let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark as we are 4-3, top of the division. Breakout quarterback challenge. Wilkerson. It better not be Hudson. Marcus Wilkerson, baby. He's here. He's here for it. The new normal. Marcus Wilkerson. Dude, everyone, I know everyone's pumped to see this. This man coming off the bench, out of Boston College, came back, revived the Lions season. They still picked a quarterback over him. They didn't believe. They didn't believe in Marcus Wilkerson. He's here. He's here. Imagine he just bombs the rest of the season on this hype-up speech is just for nothing. But I know you guys are pumped. Comment down below. Screw Hudson. Marcus Wilkerson, baby. Let's go. Let's see this development upgrade. Hold up. I need to see. Hold on. I got to calm down. Players ready to negotiate. Frank Ragnow, I want you back, bud. I want you back for as long as you retire, basically. Any future deals don't interest me. Shut up. Taylor Decker. I'll do a 2 year. You're still progressing? I'll do another 2 year. Bring the length down. It's 2 years. What? Solomon Eubanks, whatever. Want you for the rest of the rebuild. Do a 7-year deal on that. You're an X Factor. You won't regress very hard. Brian Branch, you picky ass, dude. I'm not giving you a mentor. Take the contract. Finally. God. Jared Doyle, I want back as well. Want to do a 7-year deal with him. Want to keep him on the team forever. He resigns on that. Good stuff. I'm running out of money. I want Jack Campbell back. Don't really need Jahmyr Gibbs. Want Corey Jenkins back as well. Jack Fox don't necessarily need. What are we running out of money from? I guess I took a cap penalty from Jared Goff? Is that what it was? Maybe? I don't know. But anyways, let's move in to see if we can secure this division with this win and get Wilkerson the start half. Come on. We win 31-14. Show it to me. Show it to me. Wilkerson. Come on. Another big performance. That's right. Let's go. I've never been more pumped for a star dev. Wilkerson, the man, the myth, the legend. He is here for the rebuild. Just ignore the fact that the rest of the team around him is a 91 overall, and that's probably the reason why he's getting carried. It doesn't matter. The man is going to the playoffs. Wilkerson is that guy. 12-5, top of the division. Here to face the 83 overall Cowboys. Do you think he cares? The first of many. Talk about the first playoff game? Hey, it doesn't matter. Wilkerson is that guy. He's about to Milkerson your mom, dude. Guarantee the win. That's what I'm talking. I don't care if they got 99 CD's nuts. I don't care if they got 99 Micah Parsons. Wilkerson is that guy. Imagine these stats are terrible once I click on them. No, he's that guy. He's that guy. Almost 4,700 yards, 41 touchdowns, 13 interceptions. I hope that's a little bit less next time. 104 passer rating. He is third in the NFL for passing touchdowns, 10th in passing yards. Let's see. Where does he rank? Where does he rank? 10th? L's here. L's here. He's better than Dak Prescott. Wilkerson is that guy. I'm telling you. Aaron Jones, 4.3 per carry, 16 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Greg Smith, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Amon-Ra, 13 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Jamison Williams, 1,000 yards, 11 touchdowns. Sam Laporta, 903 yards, 5 touchdowns. Great distribution. He knows that sharing is caring. And defensively looking into it. Jack Campbell, 137 tackles for a loss, 20 for Josh Sweat, sacks 27 for Aiden Hutchinson. Unrealistic, but sure. 25 for Josh Sweat, 10 for Ed Oliver, interceptions 3 for Cam Dantzler, safeties 1 for Malcolm Rodriguez, defensive touchdowns is 0. The man, the myth, the legend. We guaranteed this win against the Cowboys. We're 8 overalls higher. Can we do it? Oh, okay. That got me quiet real quick, but it doesn't matter. Wilkerson, he's still that guy. He is that man. He is going to be the starter. Hudson, you're going to rot on the bench like Jordan Love. What I want to see, hold up. What pick was he in the draft? Awards. He was a 5th round pick. He's in the Pro Bowl this year. Let's go, Wilkerson. You got a Pro Bowl appearance. Hudson, you're going to rot on the bench, but let's move into the offseason. So I know it seems crazy. We're like 5 years into the rebuild and I haven't got a Super Bowl win yet. Jared Goofball held us back for a couple years on that. So Dak Prescott wins the Super Bowl MVP over the Raiders. Josh Allen wins the league MVP. Aiden Hutchinson wins Defensive Player of the Year, probably by a mile. Let's see the rest of the team upgrades. Did Wilkerson get Superstar maybe at the end of the season? Did he get it? Superstar Wilkerson. Once this man develops, he is that guy. Hudson, move out of the way. Marcus Wilkerson, he is just him. Out of Boston College, no one would ever expect the 5th round pick to be the best ever. And I'm going to say that. Brian Branch gets X Factor. I'm glad I signed him when I did, or else it would be more expensive. Josh Sweat, Superstar Dev. Our Super Bowl window to win is within the next 2 years, because that's whenever I got to re-sign Wilkerson. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, nobody retires. Josh Sweat's contract is about to be up, and I'm going to need to pay my quarterback Wilkerson in 2 years. Should be pretty cheap, though. Frank Ragnow, I don't know why you don't want to be here. But, I mean, I'm not historic champs, never mind. But we have a franchise QB. He re-signs on that. He's probably going to retire with us. Taylor Decker, going to give you the exact same contract as before. He re-signs on that. Jack Campbell, I want back. I don't want him back for 6 years, though. I'll do 4 years if that's cool with you. He re-signs on that. $4.7 million. Jahmyr Gibbs have an interest now that we have a franchise QB. Too late, bud. Should have decided that earlier. We got Corey Jenkins instead. Jahmyr Gibbs, I'm honestly going to let him walk. Jahmyr Gibbs, how much does he cost? We'll be in the negatives. You're going to have to walk, bud. See you later. $1.1 million. Our window to win is now, dude. We cannot afford to pay a QB. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm selecting defensive back Solomon Carey out of Vanderbilt. I don't need anything else other than for Wilkerson to develop. Very athletic, 5'11", 194. Unfortunately, normal dev. B zone coverage, B tackle is the main thing I was looking at, but he isn't a horrible pick. So, of course, we need Malik Wilkerson to develop. But here, let me get close to the mic. Let me get close. What if I told you that Malik Wilkerson, what if I told you that he's got that dog in him? What if I told you that? Would you believe me? Would you believe me? I would believe me, because Malik Wilkerson got that dog in him, baby. And I know plenty of you guys are in the comments right now saying, why don't you zip up his pants when you're done? I will, gladly. Out of Boston College. My boy, throwing passes to Zay Flowers like it's nothing. We already know what's up. Marcus Wilkerson, not Malik. Marcus Wilkerson, that guy. Hudson's regressed. He started out as like a 75. He's gone down. He knows he needs to step down from his throne. He's like Nick at 30. You're the king? No, I'm the king. That was cringy. Anyways, let's move into the midseason. Here we are at the midseason markers. We are 5-2 second in the division. Don't matter. Wilkerson going to take that division. I'm sure it's getting annoying now. Okay, I'll stop. But what do I want? I think I'm going to go, honestly, offensive line here because Frank Ragnow is getting old. Taylor Decker is constantly asking for new contracts because I keep giving him shorter and shorter contracts. And I honestly can't afford to keep paying them because I need to pay new people. Josh Sweat is an example of that. Aaron Jones has been doing good. I'll do a 2-year. This is actually very cheap. I'll do 2-year with that. No Sweat. No pun not intended there with Josh Sweat. But 3 years I don't want to do. I'll do 2 years increases bonus. Not considering at the moment. Okay, I'll wait. Jonah Jackson. Honestly, if you have no interest here, I'm not going to overpay for you. I can't afford to. And I feel like I'm pretty good at drafting guards. D'Angelo Humphrey, he was a bust, dude. If I'm being real, I'm going to trade him. He was a bust. He was a first-round pick. I feel like it's not fair just to let him. And the Bears need him. I feel like a third-round pick is fair. He was a bust for us. He didn't develop. Trading him feels like the right option here. Quincy McCoy doesn't want to be here. What's his motives? I already have another defensive tackle over him anyways. Do I have another defensive tackle over him? Am I bugging on that? Quincy McCoy? I'm pretty sure I drafted one the very next year in the first round over him. Isn't there one that starts over him? Quincy McCoy. I have Riddick, yeah. If he doesn't want to be here, if he has no interest, I'll trade him away to a warm weather state where he wants to be. So I think that would be fair as well. Quincy McCoy, he's a great player too. I don't think he's a first round pick talent, but he's young. And I think someone will be willing to trade away like a next year's late first round pick. So to the Dolphins, maybe, if the Dolphins have a high interest, because that's warm weather state, obviously. He wants to be there. A late first round pick, is that gonna, I guess an early second next year's second round pick would be fair. Quincy McCoy, warm weather state, that's where he wants to be. So of course I'm gonna be realistic of where he wants to go. To Miami. And Jonah Jackson, I'm going to let walk. Josh Sweat, I want to deal with later. But apart from that, that does lower our overall a little bit. No, we're still at 92. Doesn't matter. Malik Wilkerson, take us to the promised land. Let's move to the playoffs. Here we are, top of the division. First of many. We're not guaranteeing the win this time. 12-5, top of the division, coming off a loss to the Packers. Could have secured us a first seed if we beat the Packers. Maybe. Marcus Wilkerson is that guy. He is him. I don't care what nobody says. He is that guy. Where does he rank? Not top 10. That's going to be your mistake. Your mistake. 11th best offense, 100 pass rating, top 5 in passing yards in the league, 7th best defense, 4,800 yards, 35 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 100 pass rating. Great season. Aaron Jones, 17 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry, 1,300 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns. Jamison Williams, 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Looking at it defensively, Jack Campbell, 136 tackles for a loss, 20 for Josh Sweat. Sacks, 17.5 for Josh Sweat, 13.5 for Aiden Hutchinson. Interceptions, 2 for C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Safeties, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. Marcus Wilkerson, I almost say Malik Wilkerson every single time. Get your first playoff win against the 9-8 New Orleans Saints to move on to the divisional round. Dude. Oh, no. Is he just going to be a non-playoff QB? 0-2? Let's move into the offseason. This is a rough start. And the Jets beat the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Jordan Brooks wins the Super Bowl MVP on the Jets, going from technically the Gunners, who are the Seahawks that moved to the Gunners, moving to the Jets as he wins the Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen wins another league MVP. No awards here for the Lions. Wilkerson, bud. We got to have a talk. You're losing close games in these playoffs. You're an up to an 879 without the boost now. You're doing good. You got to capitalize. It's a problem. You have to capitalize, man. You got to do it. I'm giving him pep talk. Josh Sweat is an X factor, so I'm going to have to pay him even more now. My window is next season. if I don't get it next season, we're not getting it because then I have to pay Wilkerson and I won't have the money. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Aaron Jones. Oh, that's a huge blow. That sucks. That sucks. Running backs are huge in simulation. I really needed him to stay another year. Connor McGovern retires and DeMarcus Lawrence retires on the Bears. I'm going to need to find something in free agency. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. Pretty sure it's just going to be Josh Sweat. Moderate interest again. I'm just going to do player friendly, 2 years. Let's see how he accepts that. He resigns on that. I have 11 million. I'm not going to have, will I have enough for a running back? I'm going to peek and see if I have enough for a running back in free agency. But if not, I'll just skip to the draft. So we got Dalvin Cook for 2 years in free agency. I wanted Barkley. He just didn't have the interest, so he signed with the Niners. He was a 99. That would have been huge for us. But I got Dalvin Cook, who's an X Factor, 87 overall for 2 years. So that's super clutch. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up Trevor McBath, a left guard out of UCF, to replace our other left guard. I already forgot his name. He was projected to go in the 3rd round. It was the late 1st round. I have my eye on a linebacker who looks like a baller, and I'm not going to let him pass up, so I'm making sure that I get my left guard now. He has hidden dev, 90 strength. Could have definitely got him in the 2nd round, but I'm fine with reaching here. So this is the guy I'm not going to let slide. It's the top of the 2nd round. Daquan Nichols. Look at this dude. Elites across the board. He looks amazing, other than power moves. A-zone coverage, give me this guy. What? Oh my gosh, I hate that. He has elites across the board. How is he normal dev? God, I guess he's going to be a really fast and great rotational player, but that's annoying that I reached on this guy just for him to be normal. Now, this is the team moving into the next year. Wow, looks like the AI picked up this guy named Gay. He's going to be our center. Hey, it works for me, dude. I don't care. If he's going to be a good center, he's going to replace Frank Ragnow, who I'm not going to have to pay for a while once Frank Ragnow retires at some point. Looks like the AI picked up this tight end named Bryant. I guess I'll let just the AI pick next time for me about everything, literally. And defensively, Springs, yeah, he's a 72. He's pretty good. But looks like the AI picked up this star to ever better defensive tackle too. Carry 75. Team, again, it looks good. I need Wilkerson to do it. I need him to do it this year, or else I'm going to have to pay him, and it's going to be a big, big, big problem. Hudson just keeps going down. He regresses. I guess second-string players regress. Is that a real thing? Oh, they do. During staff week, they just start regressing. So realistically, since he was a first-round pick and he's not doing anything, should I trade him? No, I'm going to keep him on the bench for 1 year. Let's give him a ring. Let's give him a ring. I believe we can do it this year. Matter of fact, I'm so confident, I'm just going to simulate to the playoffs. Wilkerson, you no longer got home field advantage, but you're coming off a win to the Eagles, 28-3. Second in the division, 11-6. 28-3 win. Let's see if you are that playoff performer. 0-2 in the playoffs, Marcus Wilkerson. Let's see it. Amazing, amazing year for Marcus Wilkerson as Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. Really, he's 7th for league MVP when he's 3rd in passing yards and 3rd in passing touchdowns. Okay. 10th best offense in the NFL, best defense in the NFL. 16 interceptions is why. 5,100 yards, 43 touchdowns, 16 interceptions is too many, 108 pass rating. Other than those interceptions, amazing season. Rushing-wise, Dalvin Cook, 10 touchdowns, 3.7 per carry, blows, almost 1,100 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 100 receptions, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns. Jameson Williams, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Sam Laporta, 1,000 yards, 8 touchdowns. Greg Smith, huge downtrend, only 2 touchdowns, almost 1,000 yards though. Defensively, Jack Campbell, 108 tackles for a loss, 19 for Aiden Hutchinson, sacks, 18.5 for Ed Oliver, 17.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 8.5 for Josh Sweat, 4 interceptions for Brian Branch, safety 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. So, boys, it is time. Wilkerson, do not be 0-3. You just came off a 28-3 win against the league MVP. Maybe they were taking a bye week for themselves and you beat them. 31-28. You lost to the Saints last year. Can you make a comeback? 92 overall Lions versus 87 overall Saints in the divisional round. Wilkerson, what are you doing? We have yet to win a Super Bowl and we're in year 2028, dude. We almost are at 10. We're 7 years into this rebuild and you have yet to win one. Wilkerson, what are you doing, my man? You got to figure this out. Let's move into the offseason. And the Bengals beat the Saints in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow wins the Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins the league MVP. I was all about Wilkerson. He is that guy during the season, but he is not that guy during the playoffs. He is our Lamar Jackson, but with a tank of an arm. He has X Factor now. This might change things. Why does he have first one's free? He has 75 speed. We're going to change that to Bazooka. Yeah, Bazooka seems right. Bazooka seems right for him. We're going to do Clutch. Yeah, sure, Clutch. Actually, yeah, let's do Clutch because hopefully he actually gets it. Anchored extender ability, almost guaranteed to break the first sack. Quick draw, we're going to do that. Homer. Yeah, let's do Homer. Enter the zone. Actually, blitzing, comeback. Players with this can easily enter the zone. Already have that safety valve, catching parallels, running backs, open to pass. Tight out. We're going to do tight out on him. God, it is a rough time. Wilkerson, Hudson, we're going to finally trade you. You're 69 overall. You've regressed really hard because you've never been given a chance. Look at this X Factor defense, dude. Jack Campbell, Ed Oliver, Josh Sweat, Aiden Hutchinson, Brian Branch. It's ridiculous. This defense is putting in their heart and soul. And Wilkerson continues to upgrade through the season, but won't upgrade any other time. It's so frustrating. Let's move into the re-sign players. In the NFC North, Dalvin Cook and Taylor Decker retires. That gives us room to re-sign Malik Wilkerson a little bit. Not much, really. Let's see what we have here. Greg Smith, Marcus Wilkerson, not Malik. I always call him Malik, my bad. And he doesn't want to play here. Is the mentor? It's the mentor shit. I'm going to do a 1-year deal and boost the living crap out of his contract so that way, because I want him long-term. And the reason why I'm doing the 1-year deal is so that way I can get him his mentor and get him a cheaper contract. Okay, never mind. I'll just tag him. And then I'm going to get him a cheaper contract later. I want Paul Riddick back. Gore can walk. Even though Gore isn't bad. I'm going to boost this up, do a 4-year deal with you on Paul Riddick. He resigns. Gore, he's just going to have to walk. I don't have the money for him. Harden. What does Greg Smith want? Does he also want a mentor? He wants historic champs and warm weather state. So I'm just going to have to pay him. I'm going to pay him. I'm going to tag Marcus Wilkerson. Gonna get him a mentor so I can have a cheaper contract on him. And then we're going to go from there. Maybe it wasn't the right decision to re-sign that receiver, but we'll see in the future season. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up defensive back Andrew Hartwell out of Purdue. Hidden dev, 6'3", 206, 94 speed, 94 acceleration, A catch, A press, A injury. He looks great. And honestly, I need a running back. I can't trade for one because I'm in negative cap room. There's no good running backs on the board. Hopefully I can find one later down the board. In the second round, I'm picking up left tackle Hobie Newby out of NC State, 6'4", 318, 85 strength, and hidden development. He is going to be our new franchise left tackle. Okay, so we're in a bit of a predicament here because having a running back in Madden Simulation is so important. So I'm going to switch to the Buffalo offense here because it mainly focuses on passing instead of the running back, unlike the Dallas playbook. We also have Bryant I forgot, at tight end. Sorry, that was off topic. We just lost Gore in free agency, so there was that I had to mention. Newbie's already a 76, which is awesome. Gay is going to, God, I want to change that last name, but I know it's intended for something else, but still. Frank Ragnow is probably going to retire soon, very soon. He's 33 years old, so Gay is going to take over his position. I won't have to pay him. I'm paying 3 receivers some big-time money right now. I don't have a running back. I still need to sign my quarterback. Hartwell looks good. Honestly, our DBs are so unbelievably stacked. It's crazy. Yeah, like, our team is so good. I just need Wilkerson to perform in the playoffs. 90 overall team. Let's move into the midseason mark. Here we are at the midseason mark, 5-1. Dude, our division is so stacked. And Nick Bosa is on the Packers too, which really sucks. Scouting national focus. Do I just put him on the hot seat here? I don't need anything else, like, at all. I'm going to do receiver because I might have to trade away Jameson Williams' contract. I might be thinking about doing that. Players ready to negotiate. Who are we going to have here? Ed Oliver, CJ Gardner-Johnson. Where is he? Marcus Wilkerson. He wants his mentor. I'm going to get him his mentor. I'm going to trade away Hudson. I feel bad for Hudson because he's been on the bench for so long and he really deserves a shot somewhere else. So Hudson, you're finally getting your chance. You're being released of your shackles. You're going somewhere where you're actually going to start. And imagine he just balls out more than our QB. Anyone that have a lower than a 70 overall QB? Anyone at all? Sorry, bud. You're gonna have to fight for the starting position on the Colts. You're gonna have to fight for that starting position. We used a first round pick on you. Nobody's seen what you can do. A third round pick seems fair, and I can't trade you. Never mind, bud. You're gonna rot on the bench for the rest of your career until I get this figured out. But and I also can't sign a mentor QB. I just realized that. I'm scratching my head. I don't know what to do here. Because if I can't sign a mentor QB because I'm in the negative cap room, it says I have 90 million there. Can I sign one? Is it possible? Can I just, here, let me click on this free agent, Jabril Peppers. Negative 26 million, but I have 90 million to spend on my re-signed contracts. Ed Oliver, I want you back. Give me 3 years on that. And then let's do CJ Gardner-Johnson. I might just have to walk from just for a second. Josh Sweat, I might have to walk from. Cam Dantzler, I just don't need you anymore. Marcus Wilkerson. Do me another 1 year, please. Do me another 1 year. I need to get this down 1 year. I don't want to tag him. I don't want to tag the contract. That is the huge thing. Tagging the contract puts me in negatives. So I need the 1 year. He's there for 1 year. And I'm going to wait on these guys for their overall to go down. And then I'm going to decide from there. God, I didn't think a 20-year rebuild would be this stressful and this difficult to negotiate around. Let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs, coming off a win to the Saints. I wish you did that last season. First round bye, 13-4, top of the division. He's getting me amped. He's getting me amped up again. I always have this false hope. 16th best offense for some reason. 11th best defense. That's not right. 5,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, interceptions is no longer a problem. That might change the game here. 102 passer rating, rushing wise. 15 touchdowns for Chuck Peak. 2.9 per carry is the worst I've ever seen. It's terrible. Amon-Ra, 1,500 yards, 10 touchdowns. Greg Smith, 9 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Defensively, Jack Campbell, 141 tackles, tackles for a loss, 20 for Aiden Hutchinson, sacks, 19.5 for Aiden Hutchinson, 12 for Ed Oliver, 10.5 for Josh Sweat, interceptions, 3 for Brian Branch, safeties on team, 0 defensive touchdowns, 1 for CJ Gardner-Johnson. If I'm being real, I'm hopping into this game. I don't care if it's the divisional. I'm not going to watch us lose another game in the playoffs to some BS. 9-8 Rams, we should blow them out of the water here. I don't care if they're an 86 overall. We have to beat the Rams here. Here we are against the Los Angeles Rams. We're going to have a 7-0 start against them. 7-7 they respond. If we lose this, or if we lose in the conference championship, I'm moving on from Malik Wilkerson, if I'm being honest. It's getting frustrating how he's not performing in the playoffs. 21-14. Come on. 21-21, 24-21, 28-24, and he doesn't get it done. I'm moving on from him. I'm trading him. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't have a mentor. I'm moving on from Marcus Wilkerson, not Malik Wilkerson. I believed in you for so long. You got an X factor. You're not a playoff player, dude. I'm sick and tired of this. I'm almost 10 years into the rebuild, and you've won one playoff game. You're 1-4 in the playoffs. You don't perform in the playoffs, dude. I'm moving on from him. It's official. And the Jets beat the Rams in the Super Bowl. Chet Beckham, the Jets' new QB, wins the Super Bowl MVP. Brad Boone, we have a whole new league now, wins the league MVP. No awards here for the Lions. I'm moving on from Marcus Wilkerson. He was so good for us in the regular season. He just doesn't do it. I'm so disappointed because he was so good too. He was so good. It's so upsetting that oh my gosh, bro. That's so upsetting. Anyways, let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Frank Ragnow finally retires. We missed our window. Marcus Wilkerson is gone. I'm going to sign this very player-friendly deal with CJ Gardner-Johnson, but it's going to be a 2-year deal here. He wants to test free agency. That's fine. He's going to be gone. Team's falling apart. Josh Sweat, 2 years. He resigns on that. I'm fine with that. Cam Dantzler can walk. Corey Jenkins is 30. He can walk. McAllister, I actually want back. So I'm going to give him very player friendly, and he doesn't want to resign. I'll try to get him in free agency. Everyone else here, I don't care about. I'm going to try to get a running back, and I'm going to try to get McAllister back. Let's move into free agency. After free agency, we got 32-year-old, 97 overall X-Factor Najee Harris. We also got Cordell Gilliard, 79 overall, 25 years old, had an interest with the team. Cheap contract behind him just in case Najee Harris retires. Brandon McAllister is back as well as a depth linebacker. The disappointment that I have for Wilkerson, dude. And let's move into the draft. Now I'm trading away Marcus Wilkerson to the Cardinals for the #1 overall pick, and I think it's fair. And the reason why I think it's fair is he's a baller in the season. It's just he can't play in the playoffs. So every team is going to think that they're going to be able to develop this guy. He's going to be able to make the playoffs with them. He's a baller in the regular season. I think this is fair. The Cardinals no longer have Kyler Murray. I get the #1 pick now. It's honestly upsetting too because Hudson... He was a good player. He was a good player. He had an elite athleticism. Like, this guy deserved a chance, and he's not even on the team anymore because I didn't re-sign him. He deserved the chance elsewhere, and I just let his career rot away. It was so upsetting, but this is what we got. I didn't even look at the QBs. I just wanted the #1 pick. This is what we got. Sergio Porter out of Marshall. Don't like that. Great throw power. He looks pretty good, honestly. Deep accuracy, short accuracy, not very good. Doesn't look stellar, is what the stellar factor is what I'm looking for. Solid, great throw power, poor acceleration. Doesn't look stellar. This guy, Jaron O'Neal, he skipped the combine because he's a baller. He honestly looks the best out of all of them, out of Florida State. The Sergio Porter might just be... I think I'm just going to take Sergio Porter out of the pressure. Out of the pressure that he is the #1 guy on the board. I think I am just going to do that. He's 6'6", 233. I don't like that he's out of Marshall, but Sergio Porter, see what you got. Normal dev. I just felt like I had to take him. He was the #1 on the board. He's not bad athleticism. 93 throw power is good. 6'6". Good accuracies. Normal dev really blows, but let's see what we got for the rest of the future. In the second round, I'm picking up wide receiver Bobby Harris out of Connecticut. Only 87 speed, but he is 6'4", 221. Could replace Jameson Williams or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Dude, I'm so frustrated with this quarterback situation. We should have had it figured out so much longer ago, but anyways, this is our new receiver. Well, technically receiver 4. This is the team after the draft. Sergio Porter is a 73 overall. For being the #1 pick, I would like it to be higher. We got the Buffalo playbook. Now that we have Najee, I'm going to switch back into the Dallas playbook here. I'm going to switch back, even though I do want him to target Amon-Ra quite a bit. Amon-Ra still a 99. Bobby Harris is a 67, but still he has the dev, so I'm going to move him to receiver 4 there. O-line's pretty fresh other than Penei Sewell, who is 29, which is still fresh, and he's a 99 overall. Also, whenever I'm in-game, if I ever hop in, I want him to have threat detector because that is super overpowered, especially for kick field goals and stuff like that, so that way you can see if they're rushing off the edge and just do a fake field goal. So I want to do that. Defense is stacked. I completely forgot to get a strong safety. Our DBs are lacking a little bit here. Not that much, though. Still a 91 overall team. The team is great. Let's move into the midseason mark and see how our rookie QB does. 7-0, top of the division. I'm not going to get too excited yet because Sergio has not proven himself in the playoffs. He's only played half a season. I don't care. I am devastatedly heartbroken after what happened. after what happened with my boy. I already forgot his name. You know who I'm talking about. Where are the Cardinals ranked at in the power rankings? They're 4-3 with my boy. If we lose to them in the playoffs, I'm going to be infuriated. Let's see what we have here. I think I am going to want to scout safety or DB just because we are lacking in that position now that Kirby Joseph is getting old and CJ Gardner-Johnson is off the team. Players ready to negotiate. Jameson Williams. I don't want to do 4 years with you, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna do 2 years and then increase your bonus. How about that? Yeah, he resigns on that. Jack Campbell is 30. I'll do a 3-year deal, increase that bonus. He resigns on that. Malcolm Rodriguez can walk. Riley Patterson, he's a kicker. I'll do another 2 years, sure. He resigns. He's been through all the pain, our kicker. He's witnessed our quarterback not getting field goal range multiple times, but 7-0, stellar start for the rookie. Let's move into the playoffs. 15-2, top of the division. Team ranks are all in green. Man. My boy Sergio, amazing rookie year. Best offense in the NFL, best defense in the NFL. Sergio got 5th for league MVP. I don't think Marcus ever got that. How did Marcus do? I need to know. I have like a literal connection. I have a personal connection with this man now. Marcus Wilkerson, terrible season. 88 pass rating, probably his worst yet. Great decision to trade him when we did. Amazing decision to trade him when we did. This is a terrible season. His worst ever. This is why he was a 5th round pick. He is an X factor. We believed in him for so long. Are they the same build? They're both 233 pounds. Are they both 6'6"? He's 6'3", 233. Okay. A little bit fatter. Ha. No, I'm kidding. But Sergio Porter, that's definitely worth a superstar off rip. But the question is, can he win the playoff games? That is the question. 9-8, Washington Commanders. They're an 87 overall. We're a 92. Is it possible to do it? Please don't tell me we have another Wilkerson on our hands, bro. We're about to move into the 10th season, and we still have yet to make it to a conference championship. Lions poverty continues for eternity. Let's move in to the offseason. And the Steelers beat the Panthers in the Super Bowl after Najee Harris leaves. Victor Vickers. What a name. Victor Vickers. The Commanders QB wins the league MVP. Sergio Porter wins the Rookie of the Year. I'm expecting him to have superstar. He was top 5 in league MVP as well. So I expect this to be superstar. He does have superstar. That was the right pick at number 1. We have Will Levis on our bench. We got Will Levis. Does he have mentor tag? He has bridge QB. We got Will Levis on the bench, baby. He's already 32. Man, just goes to show you how quickly this league has changed. If the rookies are already 32, this entire league is about to shift. Our defense, old. Carey got star dev. I picked this guy in the first round years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago in the first round. Finally gets star dev. That's cool. But Porter, Sergio, gets star dev. Let's move in to the re-signings. In the NFC North, a lot of people retire, but there are no Lions here that retire. DeAndre Swift, former Lion who was on the Vikings, now retires. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see what we got here. Malcolm Rodriguez. Carey isn't that bad, really. I'll do 3 years with you. That's a really cheap contract anyways. He resigns on that. Everyone else here, no. I'm going to see if I can find a strong safety in free agency, but if not, I'll just move into the draft. After free agency, I got Patrick Surtain, who's a 98 overall X Factor. He's 31, had high interest. Got Derwin James, who's an 88. He's 35 years old. He's here. And I got punter Trevor Green on a 7-year contract because he's young and he has an interest with the team. So, God, please, we're moving into the 10th year. Just let me make it to the conference championship. We're at 92. In the first round, we're going to be picking up Derwin James' replacement. He's 35. He's going to eventually retire with us probably. Out of Michigan, keeping him local. 86 speed, 90 acceleration, 6'2", 207. Hidden dev, A pursuit is the big thing that I was looking at, and B play rec. He looks great. And in the third round, I'm picking up left outside linebacker Kyle Motes out of Utah State. Hidden dev, 6'1". Not very athletic, F finesse moves, F power moves, but B awareness, B tackle. He's a run stopper guy. And 91 acceleration seems pretty good for a third round pick. And in the fourth round, I'm picking up right outside linebacker Kenya Parker out of Tennessee. Not very athletic again, but 91 acceleration to 81 speed, 75 strength. Hidden dev, B awareness, B block shedding, B pursuit for a fourth round pick. That's pretty good as well. Now we're moving into the 10th year, and we have not won a divisional game. The Lions, dude, I don't want to say I'm horrible at rebuilding. I've just had horrible luck in these playoffs. Wilkerson was an X factor, and he was 1-5 in the playoffs, dude. He's terrible. And he's terrible in the Cardinals now. Moats is a 68. Parker's a 67. We're going to move them up. McAllister's still going to be the second string. We're fine with this. Look at how many X factors we have, dude. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on the defense. We better have the #1 defense. Sergio seems like the guy. Had an amazing rookie season, 15-2, top the division. Let's try and replicate that. I'm just going to skip into the playoffs. Here we are, 13-4, top the division. The passing game has gone down, but we're #1 in points per game for the offense and 8th in points per game for the defense. Stats and awards, offense is 4th in the league. Sergio had an amazing season. Let's see what we got. 6th for defense. It should be really #1. But 4,500 yards, 45 touchdowns to 8 interceptions, 109 pass rating. In my heart, I'm always rooting for Wilkerson, bro. I don't care. Marcus Wilkerson. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You just... It's like watching Obi-Wan Kenobi and Anakin, bro. It's like, I failed you. I'm sorry. And he's like, I hate you. After whenever I trade him to the Cardinals, he's like, I hate you. And I was like, you were my brother, Marcus Wilkerson, and I loved you. And now he's an 83. 83. He's so bad. He's so shit now. I hate you. I am not your failure, Obi-Wan. Sergio Porter is my successor. Sorry, but Sergio Porter is significantly better within a matter of 2 seasons. 109 pass rating, 45 touchdowns to 8 interceptions. Najee Harris, 16 touchdowns, 5.6 per carry, almost 1,700 yards is amazing. Greg Smith, 17 touchdowns, 1,500 yards is X factor. Amon-Ra is hitting that decline, even though he's a 99. It's probably just the age thing. Solomon Ebanks, I'm a retard sometimes. Solomon, 123 tackles for a loss, 21 for Aiden Hutchinson, sacks, 26 for Aiden Hutchinson. He's really the MVP of this rebuild. Josh Sweat, 13.5 sacks. Ed Oliver, 10.5 sacks. Interceptions, 5 for Jack Campbell and 5 for, who's that? 5 for Patrick Surtain, the new signing. Safeties, 1 for Josh Sweat. Defensive touchdowns, 1 for Jack Campbell. And let's see what the awards are. Yearly awards, Joe Burrow, really? 2nd for league MVP. If we win the Super Bowl, I think that could change. Divisional round, I'm sick and tired. Sergio, put it through for us. 85 overall Niners team. We're 8 overalls higher. Come on. Let's go! Conference championship. Let's go. We're not losing. Let's go. Sergio Porter is that guy. He is that guy. Let's move into it. Here we are against the Rams. 7-0 start, 14-0 start. Come on. 21-0 start. Sergio Porter is tired of this franchise losing. He's sick of it. He's done with it. Slapping the living shit out of the Rams in the face. You don't know how pumped I am. 10 years. 10 years. This is what it must feel like for Lions fans. 10 years of disappointment. All just to reach it here. First time in Lions history are we appearing in a Super Bowl. This is what it feels like to be a Lions fan. Oh my goodness. 10 years of disappointment to finally reach it. Sergio Porter humiliating the Rams, telling them what's up. 5 touchdowns to 1 interception, 117 passer rating. Oh my God. We're in the Super Bowl. He's gonna start the dynasty. Sergio Porter is that guy. I'm sorry for doubting you just because you came out of Marshall. Let's do it. Let's move into the Super Bowl. Moving on from Marcus Wilkerson was like a Russell Wilson move, like the Seahawks trading him away. And then finally, we are here to face the 12-5 Cincinnati Bengals. Who did they give the MVP to? Like, we're both here. The winner of this should realistically get the MVP. Who's the yearly awards? Don't tell me it's Joe Burrow. It should have been us. It doesn't matter. We should win this here. It should have been us for the Super Bowl and for the league MVP. We're going to win the Super Bowl MVP, well, the league MVP here. Come on. You make it to the Super Bowl. You get 2nd for league MVP. It's your sophomore year. I'm giving Sergio Porter X Factor. The dude just put up 5 touchdowns in the conference championship. He is that guy. Smith, gets X Factor. Even though Amon-Ra's a 99, he still had an average-ass season. Parker and Moats, we still haven't seen their development, but they're progressing pretty quickly and nicely. Very well-rounded team. Amazing team. After 10 years of disappointment, maybe 9 years of disappointment, maybe the 10th year, we can finally pull it off and win it all against the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we are in the Super Bowl. 0-0 start here for both sides. Very rough. Defense reigns supreme right now. Sergio Porter, only 3. Now it's 10 because of Najee Harris. Come on, 10-6. Halftime is approaching. 10-6 at halftime. Low-scoring game. Sergio Porter, not a playoff guy. Come on, Sergio Porter. I got to go into the key moments here. Get better field position with the punt. I can pin this. I can finish this game. We're on the 14. Sergio Porter, let's make it happen. 2nd down and 5. Sergio Porter, he's going to be the man to roll out. He's going to try to hit him on the run. He's going to be able to hit him on the run, and that's going to be a first down. He has 4 interceptions. That's terrible. Sergio Porter, once again, takes the snap. He's going to go towards the sideline, and he's going to get sacked instead. That's going to be 2-minute warning. 4th down. They're sending the house here. Don't care. Going to pass it to the tight end on 4th down. We're going to convert. Get that truck. Sam Laporta could not make it past the one man. We're going to hurry up and try that again and keep going with it until we get to the end zone. Let's roll out here. Sergio Porter on the rollout. Waiting. Sam Laporta wide open in the corner. Truck a man. Power forward. Down to the 1. We're going to run out this clock here. We're going to run out this clock and finish this game. Najee Harris on the handoff. Najee Harris puts it in the end zone. 17-13. As they need a touchdown within 20 seconds. They have 3 timeouts. I'm definitely going to play the defense on this. Don't let him get too far. Don't let him get too far. Play back. Play back. Okay, 1st and 10. Is he going to go to the corner? He's going to go underneath. Crack him. Good stuff. Ball's loose. That's game. Doesn't matter. We're going to take it back to the house for shits and giggles just to shove it in their face. Patrick Surtain. Hit stick. Touchdown. That's game. Dude, 10 long years. In the 10th year, your Detroit Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. And we have 10 more years to go. You don't know how emotionally invested I am into this right now. Sergio Porter had the worst game of his entire career. Doesn't matter. He's going to win it. With 4 interceptions, a worst passer rating, probably the worst pass rating in Super Bowl history. It doesn't matter. It's probably going to be Patrick Surtain gets the Super Bowl MVP. No way. Finally, I feel like Thanos. I can rest on a fateful universe. Let's see who your Super Bowl MVP is. Your Super Bowl MVP is Patrick Surtain for that final play. Joe Burrow wins the league MVP. Honestly, after 4 interceptions, I'm not going to be mad. Aiden Hutchinson wins another Defensive Player of the Year. And man, finally, Mike Rodick wins a Super Bowl. I'm happy about it. Let's move into the re-signings. I've already seen the team upgrades. In the NFC North, a lot of people retire. Ed Oliver retires with his first Super Bowl. Actually, I think that was his 3rd Super Bowl win because the Bills did win a lot of Super Bowl simulations in the early ons. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I want you back, but damn, bro, I'm not going to lie. You are getting old, but you're still a 99 X Factor. He still wants to test out free agency. I'm probably going to tag him then. Penei Sewell, I need you back for the rest of the rebuild. Let's do a very player-friendly. He resigns. Hopefully, he'll stay for the rest of the rebuild. Sam Laporte is 31. I got to move on. Josh Sweat, I'm going to move on. McBath, I want him for the rest of the rebuild, 7 years. Let's re-sign him. And then Gay doesn't want to be here. He wants a mentor. I'll just pay him, and then I'll do a 7-year contract with it as well. He resigns with the team. Josh Sweat. Bryant, the new tight end to replace Sam Laporta. I'm fine with that. I'll do 4 years with you. He resigns on the team. Jamal Stanton, no. Mark Nichols, no. Who's this guy? Charlie Quinn, the defensive tackle. I'll do a 3-year deal with you. I'm cool with that. He resigns. Amon-Ra, I'm going to tag for $30 million. And I'm going to see what we got in free agency. I'm surprised Derwin James has not retired, but let's move into free agency. And I signed Will Anderson Jr., who's a 99 overall superstar X Factor. He's 31 years old, had moderate interest, signed him for the next 4 years. Don't want to pay anyone else because I will have to pay Sergio Porter eventually. Have $28 million. Let's move into the draft. In the second round, I'm picking up George Tatum. He has poor strength. In the first round, I picked up a receiver who was a total bust, so I didn't even commentate because I was disappointed. But he is bees across the board, doesn't look bad. He's going to be a depth middle linebacker for us. This is the team going into the next year. I picked up this guy Fairley in the first round. He sucks. He's a 68 overall. Bobby Harris is going to move up. Honestly, even though Amon-Ra St. Brown is a 99 overall X Factor, I might let him walk after this season because this was his first big drop-off. If he has another big drop-off or just has something like this again, I'm not going to re-sign him. And for that reason being, I'm going to have to pay Sergio Porter, of course. So that's a huge deal. Who the hell is Duckworth and why does he have star dev? I have a 56 overall star development Jeffrey Duckworth out of Mississippi Valley State as a tight end. Okay, interesting, but sure, why not? I guess. And we're gonna have him, and let's just start street. Maybe he's the next. He's the next Marcus. I forget his name. Marcus. He's the next Marcus, baby. I wonder how that guy's doing. I miss him so much. Anyways, I had a connection to Marcus Milksworth or whatever, Wilksworth. Can't even remember his name after all this time. My unfathomable disappointment can't comprehend it. Basie, the strong safety I picked up in the previous season, is still a second string because Derwin James hasn't retired. He's 36 and he's still here. Brian Branch hasn't retired. Same thing with Aiden Hutchinson, who's really carrying this rebuild. 93 overall team here. Sergio Porter is already an X Factor moving into his third season, so let's just move into the playoffs since we already have our franchise guy. So here's the thing. I simulated to the playoffs. We went 14-3. We lost in the divisional round to the 83 overall Bears. We were 10 overalls higher than them. They were 10-7. The Titans won the Super Bowl 34-14. Will Anderson won the Defensive Player of the Year. And yeah, I forgot to record. That's my point that I'm trying to make here. I forgot to record. We made it to the divisional round. We lost in the divisional round. And Sergio Porter did not have that good of a season. We had the sixth best offense. He just fell off. I don't know what happened. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Najee had a pretty good season overall. Amon-Ra St. Brown, I'm going to re-sign because of this season. Pretty good. He came back up. He had one slump year. Jack Campbell, 119 tackles for loss, 24 for Will Anderson. Will Anderson having 27.5 sacks, obviously wins him Defensive Player of the Year. Aiden Hutchinson with 22. And receptions, 4 for Brian Branch. Safeties is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. And of course, I always got to check up on my lover. And my lover, as always, did he do terrible? He did better than my quarterback. Okay. Marcus Wilkerson, dude. Okay, let's see what we got for the retirements. Sorry for forgetting to record there, but not much happened. Imagine if I won the Super Bowl. Derwin James retires, so my new strong safety finally gets a chance. Kirby Joseph is old as shit. He's like 32, and he has superstar dev now. I'm gonna resign. I'm not gonna give you that many years. I'll do 3 more years with you. You'll probably retire by then. So, Aiden Hutchinson, you're the staple of this entire franchise. 5 years, dude. Just stay here forever. Brian Branch, I'm getting sick of him not wanting to be here, but I kind of have to pay him. I'll pay him. He's testing free agency. Have fun. I'm done with him. He doesn't want to be here. Kirby Joseph is mad old. Jamison Williams, old. Hobie, newbie, I do want back. He's going to be my franchise guy. Going to do a 7-year deal with him. He resigns. My franchise left tackle. Paul Riddick, I'll do a 2-year deal with you. I'm going to need a defensive tackle, a free safety, another DB. Man, this is interesting. Andrew Hartwell, I'll do 3 years with you. I'm cool with that. He resigns. And anyone else? No? Nobody else. Okay. So I'm going to see what I lose, but let's see what we got in free agency. After free agency, we got Joe Favors and Deshaun Hatchett at defensive back. So 2 huge players that we needed on defense. I'm probably going to move that defensive back. Actually, I'm going to move them to free safety just because I need a free safety. Actually, Patrick Surtain might be better because he's more of a zone coverage guy. This guy more zone coverage or man oriented. Definitely, dude, 68 man to 95 zone. Holy crap. You were made to be a free safety, bro. We're going to move you up there. He's going to be moved up to free safety. And yeah, defense, again, is just so crazy. Might draft a DB here. And also, Najee Harris retired, and I guess the AI just didn't tell me. But anyways, let's move in to the draft. So now I'm trading away my first and my second round pick for this halfback, Cherry. I wish it was Buster Cherry, but I need a halfback. Halfback is so important in simulation. Oh, you're trading a first and a second for a halfback? That's such a stupid decision. I don't care. I need one. It's vital for simulation. I have a baller team every year, and it's not working out. But we're going to see how this goes, but let's move in to our third round pick. Now, this team is so stat. I don't know what else more you want from it. A 95 overall team. Yes, the running back is only star dev. He's 28. I don't care. He's 94 overall. I needed him. Bobby Harris is going to move up over Charles just because of his development trait. Defensively, guess got Daniels. Like, we are so stacked. So unbelievably stacked. I've had a stacked team this entire time. It's frustrating how many times I've lost. The Packers here, like, let's see if I create a new character. Let's see the other teams. 83, 85. We're at 95. Does anyone even come close to the 90s? Is anyone in the 90s at all? 89s even. Is there an 89 team? How about the Jaguars? 89 Jaguars. 95 Lions. Nobody's better than us. Literally not a single team is in the 90s except us. We're in 95. We should be winning the Super Bowl every year. Let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 10-7, third in the division. I have the best team in the NFL. What's the problem, dude? Look at our team ranks. They're all green. How am I third in the division and 10-7? I blew out the Bengals back 38-7 in week 18. Whatever, dude. Stats and awards. Amazing year other than pass rating. His interceptions are probably through the roof. Second best offense, best defense in the NFL, and I'm 10-7. 21 interceptions. All right. 98 pass rating. Raphael Cherry, 17 touchdowns and 4.3 per carry, 1,100 yards. Nice season. Amon-Ra, 107, almost 1,600 yards, 16 touchdowns. He's been amazing this entire rebuild. Greg Smith, 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Bobby Harris, almost 900 yards and 6 touchdowns. Defensively, Jack Campbell, 119 tackles for a loss. 21 for Aiden Hutchinson, sacks 28.5 for Will Anderson Jr., 21 for Aiden Hutchinson, interceptions 3 for Jack Campbell, safeties on the team 2 for Aiden Hutchinson, defensive touchdowns is 0. Man, just please, I have the best team ranks, I have the best team overall, I am the best team. It's honestly, it's annoying at this point. We beat the Rams. I'm blanking now. We're 12 overalls higher than the division leader. We better win this. I'm throwing something. 28-16 here to face the 86 overall Washington Commanders. We're 11 overalls higher. You know what? I'm going to jump in. I'm not going to accept a loss here. We're the best team. We should be winning every single game. Let's move into it. Here we are against the Washington Commanders. It looks like they got a new stadium too. 21-0. We're not taking this anymore. I'm not taking this anymore. I have a 96 overall team. Every single game should be a blowout. I don't care if my quarterback threw 21 interceptions. Every single game should be a blowout. This one's going to be a blowout here. 38-17 is going to be your final score, and we're going back to our second Super Bowl as Victor Vickers and Sergio Porter are identical. They're just twins. All right. Here we are in the Super Bowl, here to face George Pickens, who was a 98 overall superstar X Factor, and the 87 overall Pittsburgh Steelers. We're 10 overalls higher. That's how stacked I made this team. That's how stacked it is. 98 overall Sergio Porter. Cherry's doing good. I really wish he had more than star dev. Like, this team is so crazy. Like, Aiden Hutchinson's been balling, even though he's a 97. 99 DT, 99 Will Anderson, 99 Pat Surtain. Like, Eubanks have been here since the start. 33. I picked him in year 1. He was an X Factor. He only has 1 Super Bowl under his belt because of the stupid AI. But finally, we're going to win this against the Steelers. Let's get our second Super Bowl win of this 20-year rebuild. Here we are against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I've had enough, bro. I've had enough of this rebuild. I've had enough of this recording. In the beginning, I was all like, yeah, Marcus Wilkerson, yeah, go team, woohoo. Now I'm on demon time, bro. I'm on demon time. 26-28, 33-28, first lead of the game. I'm on demon time. Don't mess with me, Madden. I'm not about this shit no more. 40-28. This legacy, we're about to stomp over everyone. I don't care if Lamar's on the Steelers now. As a Ravens fans, I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter to me. Demon time, we're on it. 40-28. Let's go get another 7 Super Bowl wins before I finish out this video. Let's see who your Super Bowl MVP is. Your Super Bowl MVP is Sergio Porter, even though he only had 1 touchdown. Joe Burrow wins another league MVP. Will Anderson Jr. wins another back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year. We've already seen the team upgrade. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Justin Jefferson retires before Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown still not retiring is crazy to me. I kind of need him to. Pat Surtain, Greg Smith. Is my quarterback not here? I don't have to pay him just yet. Pat Surtain, I want back another 2 years. Let's do that. And Greg Smith, I might have to just drop just because I have to pay these other guys. Jared Doyle is 32. I'll do a 2-year deal with him. And I'm going to have to drop Greg Smith. Jack Campbell's going to go. Eubanks, you were a baller. You got 2 rings. Be happy with it. I'm going to have to drop these guys because I'm going to have to pay Sergio Banks. I put him on a 5th-year option. His contract is next season. I can't afford to re-sign those guys. Let's move into the draft. In the first round, I'm selecting wide receiver Clayton Ball out of Wisconsin. 5'10", 182. Normal dev, 96 speed, though, is what I was looking at. B catching, B deep route, B spec catch is what I'm looking at. And Amon-Ra is our top receiver. Our next best receiver is a 74 overall normal dev. So hopefully Clayton Ball can develop. In the third round, I'm picking up defensive tackle Enrique Guerrero out of Ohio State. Very good athleticism, 89 strength, hidden development, A finesse moves is why I picked him. And here we are moving in to the next season. Ball is going to be wide receiver 2, and I want him in the slot, of course, so that way he can get that dev upgrade. Looking good there. Defensively, how old is Parker? Parker is 25. I'm going to keep him at right outside linebacker. And Moats is he also right outside? He's a left outside linebacker. He's going to stay there. I picked up a guy named Allen, I believe, and Emel in the second round. He's not that bad. Guerrero is a 74 overall. Nice specialist. Emel is going to move up so that way he can get the development trait potentially. Got all that. Ball. Like that. We're still a 92 overall team. Defense is still amazing. Anyways, let's move into the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs. Do I have to face Marcus Wilkers, whatever. I always forget his last name. Do I have to face him? Is that going to be the guy? Marcus Wilkerson is up to a 95 overall. He's up to a 95 overall, and we're going to have to play him here in the wild card round. If I lose to him after all this, I'm going to be so upset. Sergio Porter not doing what I expected him to do. 12th best offense, 20. What am I doing wrong? 4,600 yards, 31 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, 96 pass rating. Rushing wise, Cherry, 16 touchdowns, 4.0 per carry. Not enough attempts, really. Receiving wise, Amon-Ra, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Clayton Ball, the rookie, 12 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. That's definitely going to be a star dev. Defensively, Frank Amel, the rookie, 109 tackles, 11 tackles for a loss, 2.5 sacks. That deserves star dev. Tackles for a loss, 20 for Aiden Hutchinson. Sacks, 26.5 for Will Anderson. 18 for Aiden Hutchinson's amazing. 11 for Joe Favors, that defensive tackle we brought in. Defensive back, Andrew Hartwell with 5 interceptions. Safeties on the team is going to be 0. Defensive touchdowns is going to be 0 as well. What's did my boy do? What did Marcus do? Marcus did better is what he did. He did better. He put it together. But can we put it together against the Cardinals? 94 overall team versus an 87 overall team. We have a higher record. We beat them 24-0. He's not a playoff QB. Told you. Here to face the 16-1 New Orleans Saints. God. Okay. Can we beat them in the divisional round to move on to the conference championship? Higher overall team. We beat them 30-15. Here to face the 86 overall 10-7 Giants. We're at 8 overalls higher. We have the dynasty. Give it to me. We do it. 2 Super Bowls back to back. Can we win 2 Super Bowls back to back against the 86 overall Chargers? We are 8 overalls higher than them. Let's do this. Clayton Ball does get the star dev. That's what I needed since Amon-Ra is probably going to retire after this season. Defensively, what do we got? Amel gets star dev. Love to see that. Guerrero has star dev. That's fine. Got a lot of depth here at the D-line. Team looks amazing. This is the dynasty that I've wanted. Finally, I have it. Here to face off against the Los Angeles Chargers. Let's beat them. The two light blue teams are going to be facing off against each other. We start out 7-0, 14-0. Yeah, Sergio Porter's had enough of this franchise. 3-score lead. 2-score lead now. 3-17 in the third quarter. Entering the fourth quarter. Do not choke this. Do not choke this. And we're going to be back-to-back Super Bowl champions. 23-10 against the Chargers, as we now have 3 Super Bowl wins in this 20-year rebuild. And we still have, what, 6 more years to go? Sergio Porter sucks in the Super Bowl. He is so bad. 82 passer rating. The other guy didn't do too well either, but let's see who your Super Bowl MVP is. Your Super Bowl MVP is Cherry, Raphael Cherry. Joe Burrow wins another league MVP. Oh my gosh, dude. But as long as we're winning Super Bowls, that's what I care about. Clayton Ball wins the Rookie of the Year. We've already seen the team upgrades. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Chris Olave, Aiden Hutchinson, Amon-Ra retire. Aiden Hutchinson retiring blows and Amon-Ra retiring. It was inevitable. They both got 3 rings. They're both happy with what they got. Now I got to re-sign my quarterback. Where is he? Sergio Porter, he's going to be the #1 guy to re-sign here. Going to do player-friendly just to make sure we get it. He re-signs $50 million a year. Cherry, I traded a first-round pick for you. I want you on a 4-year deal. He re-signs. Hatchet, I want my free safety back for another year. We'll do 1 year on that. Gilliard, I'll do 1 year. 2 years is fine. We'll do that. And then Riddick, I can just move on. I already have more depth. Basie, I do want you back as my long-term free safety. 5 years, pretty cheap contract overall. He's going to re-sign. Moats, I do want you back long-term as well. 5 years, he's going to re-sign as well. A lot of people want to stay with the team now. Quinn, I can move on from. Parker, I'm going to give him 4 years. Pretty cheap contract too. And everyone else here, going to move on from. Don't really have the cap room to participate in free agency, so let's move in to the draft. With my first round pick, I'm picking up a wide receiver, Lamar Ball out of Michigan State. 6'3", 225. Good speed, good acceleration for being 6'3", 225. Hidden depth, A carrying, A catching traffic, B catching, C spin move. He looks great. I'm going to make him wide receiver 1, then Clayton Ball. Is our other receiver last name Ball as well? That's fire. We can just say this is his brother that we're picking out of Michigan State. He's going to be our receiver 1. Our other receiver is going to be our slot or our receiver 2. Yeah, so both of our receivers' last names are Ball. And this Ball, Lamar Ball, is going to be starting over Clayton Ball just because of his size. Clayton Ball is going to be more of the slot receiver. Sure, you can actually have Gilliard. I'm not going to have... Actually, sure, I'll have Ball as the slot as well, so that way he can get more reps in. I'm going to have Amel be the sub linebacker 1. Godwin, I picked up in the 3rd round. He seems to be a 73 overall, and not bad either. Not bad depth for sure. I do not have a defensive end to replace Aiden Hutchinson. I'll get that later. And I do not have the money to pay one either. So we're just going to have to deal with it. But this is the team we got. Young linebacking core. We're at 90 overall now. So we had our window. We have new receivers. Our team's getting old. Sergio Porter just got his contract. That's the big thing that we got to focus on. But anyways, let's move in to the playoffs. Finishing 9-8 and missing the playoffs with a 91 overall team. EA Sports. Pay for this dog shit every year. Like, what do I do? What do I do with this? What is the top? 83% is the highest I saw. 83 for 4. It's the same shit. It's the same thing. We're going to do that. Multiple zone run, 73, vertical zone run. Let's try the vertical zone run as if it's going to make any difference to our team. 2 new receivers, 9-8. We just missed the playoffs. That blows. Our quarterback isn't doing what he's supposed to after paying him. 8th best offense in the NFL, 13th best defense, yet we go 9-8. 4,700 yards, 30 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and 94 pass rating rushing-wise. Cherry, 16 touchdowns, 4.6 per carry. Lamar Ball, the rookie, almost 1,500 yards, 13 touchdowns. That deserves at least superstar dev. He already came with star at least. Johnny Bryant, the tight end, 103 receptions, 1,000 yards, 0 touchdowns. Clayton Ball, 7 touchdowns, a little bit under 1,000 yards defensively. Brian Godwin, the rookie with the most tackles on the team. He's not even the starting sub linebacker. Joe Favors, 18 tackles for a loss. Sacks, 18.5 for Will Anderson, 11.5 for Joe Favors. Interceptions, 3 for Pat Surtain. Safeties on the team, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. But, yeah, what's the real problem here? Our defensive points per game is bad. My defense is a 91. Sure. I guess let's move into the offseason. And Josh Allen continues to ball out on the Bills as the Bills win another Super Bowl. Glenn Westbrook for the Gunners wins the league MVP. Okay, new team. Lamar Ball wins the Rookie of the Year. He should have at least superstar dev for that. We have our new receiver one, our new Amon-Ra St. Brown replacements. Lamar Ball does have superstar dev. He's going to be the receiver one. Probably going to draft another receiver two. Cherry gets superstar dev. Porter's a 99, but he doesn't play like a 99. I need a new defensive end. Will Anderson's getting old. He's probably going to retire probably within whenever I simulate this next week, but let's move into it. In the NFC North, Will Anderson, and Jared Doyle both retire. Now we don't have any good defensive ends. I'm going to have to find some in free agency, hopefully. Patrick Surtain, I want you for another year. Please come back. I need you. You're my top defensive back. Johnny Bryant, he's 30 years old. I'll do a 2-year deal, bro, and then increase your bonus. That's all I'm going to do. He's going to test free agency. That's fine. Free safety, Deshaun Hatchett's gone. Andrew Hartwell, I'll do 2 years with. That's it. And everyone else here, George, wow, the end of a generation for us. We had 3 Super Bowl wins in 20 years, basically. Well, almost 20 years. We're getting there. Got 6 more seasons, but let's move into free agency. In the first round, I'm picking up left outside linebacker Rashard Bayless out of Oregon. I'm going to move him down to defensive end, 6 foot, 244. He may be a little bit light for that, but he has 84 speed, hidden dev, A pursuit, B block shedding, B awareness. He seems pretty good. In the second round, I'm picking up another left outside linebacker, but this one's a pass coverage, hidden developments. Probably going to move him to inside linebacker. A awareness, B man coverage, B tackle, A zone coverage. He looks pretty good as well. So this team has gone from a 97 to an 85 within 3 seasons. We have a 99 overall quarterback who basically doesn't pull his own weight. You know, he doesn't have the best receivers. His receivers are fine. Whenever he had Amon-Ra, he wasn't even doing that amazing. Cherry is a superstar. O-line is still great, even though I didn't get a new one right here. I picked up Cooper in the 4th round. He's not that good. These guys are identical face patterns as well. Defensively, Bayless is a 74 overall. I am going to move Bayless, the edge rusher out of Oregon that I picked in the 1st round, down to left end. Hopefully he can develop there and maybe get an extra development or a superstar, because having an edge rusher is huge for simulation. Godwin also got star dev. Our depth at linebacker is amazing, really, I would say. We want all the reps for these guys. Anyone else here? Can I trade for a defensive end? Let's see what we got here. Get Gilliard out of here. Don't want him. Not trying to look at him. Let's see specialist. Who's Parker? Kenya Parker? Kenya Parker is playing. Why is he playing my defensive end? I want my defensive end to play defensive end, please, you know, the guy who's supposed to play his correct position. Bayless, I want to play rush right end, apparently, since Parker's playing rush left end. Henderson's going to be in rotation. Henry, Gilliard, Wilson. How old is Henry? Mike Henry, okay, he can be in the slot. Hopefully he can get a dev up. Maybe we can have 3 solid receivers that I don't have to pay. But in the roster, I need to definitely start at rush defensive end. My new guy, Bayless. Rush right end. Not Henry, please. Where is he? Bayless. He's a 67 edge. Doesn't matter. He's still better than the other guy. So Rashard Bayless is going to move there. And once again, I'm not even going to move into the midseason mark. I'm just going to move into the playoffs. And we're finishing 7-10. The defense is the problem now. 87 overall team. Yeah, it's just disappointment after disappointment. Sergio Porter, why are you giving me a 32 passer rating? Not a 32, a 32nd. The worst in the league pass rating, 19 interceptions. Why? Give me top 5 yards, top 5 touchdowns, but you're not doing it for the interceptions. Rushing wise, Cherry, 17 touchdowns, 4.4 per carry, 1,000 yards. Mike Henry, The slot receiver, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. That's star dev. Clayton Ball, 9 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Mitchell McLean, the tight end, 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. That deserves star dev. Lamar Ball, 9 touchdowns, 800 yards. Defensively, Amel with 126 tackles for loss, 17 for Guerrero, sacks, 9 for Rashard Bayless, 8.5 for Joe Favors, 5 interceptions for Pat Surtain. Safeties on the team is 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. I think the league is just so stacked that I can't even keep up now. Anyways, let's move in to the offseason. And the Ravens beat the Cardinals in the Super Bowl. Joey Walton wins the Super Bowl MVP. I want to see if Marcus is still on the Cardinals. Actually, never. Marcus Wilkerson wins the league MVP. Rashard Bayless wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Dude, the emotional attachment I had to him and to let him go. He lost the Super Bowl, so in the end, he doesn't prevail. He wins the league MVP. But is it worth it in the end? Was it all worth it in the end to give it up? Was it all worth it to give him up in the end? He had a great season, an amazing season. I've seen better seasons from him, actually. I guess this season. Like, we had more touchdowns. If we just had less interceptions, we would have had the league MVP. We had the same touchdowns, more yards. It's a cruel world. Cruel world, man. Very, very upsetting day. Man, but he still lost, so he does not prevail. We have a lot of cap room. We don't have to pay the receivers. Mike Henry just had 1,200 yards, and I'm pretty sure he just had over 100 receptions. He's getting star dev, so I'm going to give Mike Henry star dev. Our receiving core is looking nice. I don't have to pay them. That's the big part. McLean literally just had over 100 receptions as well. So out of Ferris State, he's 27 years old, so it's not like it's really going to matter whether or not I give him this star dev, but he deserves it for sure. So I'm going to give him that. Defensively, Bayless goes up to superstar. Henderson has star dev. That's fine. Man, hopefully there's a baller edge rusher in free agency. And I need defensive backs. Let's see what we got for the re-signings. In the NFC North, Patrick Surtain finally retires. He got, 2 rings with us, and he was the reason why we won one of the Super Bowls too. But Joe Favors is not doing us any favors anymore by being on this team, but I'm still going to sign him. I don't care. He's the best defensive tackle we have. Penei Sewell, he wants to be here, and I'll do 2 years. He wants to test out free agency. I don't blame him. He's gone. Kyle Guy, I need him on the team. He doesn't want state income tax. He wants to play for a new team. I still need him. I want Kyle Guy to stay here. Gilliard can finally walk that halfback I don't need. DeMarco Daniels, not be bad for 3 years. Would be nice depth. We're going to keep him. Mitch McLean, 2 years. I'm fine with that. He just had a 1,000-yard season with us. Anyone else here? Kyle Guy, I know 20 million seems ridiculous to tag him for that, but I need him back. I don't have anyone else. Let's move into free agency. After free agency, Dylan Paxton, 99 overall edge rusher, 31 years old. He's single-handedly going to turn our defense around. We got Penei Sewell back as well, and I got Darren Patterson on a 1-year deal as a free safety for us, just as a rental. But let's move in to the draft. In the first round at pick number 9, I'm picking up free safety Quincy Stevenson out of Utah. He's going to replace the rental that I had. I'm going to move him to the starter immediately. 6'3", 221 pounds, 85 speed, 89 acceleration, hidden development, A's and B's across the board. He looks great. And in the second round, I'm picking up a right guard, Howie Boham, to complete our offensive line. Hidden development, 6'4", 337. Hidden development, of course, I already said that. A's and B's across the board. New right guard. In the fourth round, I'm picking up defensive back Max Ross out of Southern Mississippi. 5'11", 188. Hidden development. He's got good attributes. And for a fourth round pick, this is great. And once again, I forgot to start the recording. We're 1-1 in week 3, coming off a loss to the Bengals. So what I did after the draft was I traded away my first round pick for this defensive back. And we see that our free safety has star dev. Mobley from the Broncos. We traded away our first round pick, and just to confirm, just show you I'm not cheating, I'll show you. I don't have a first-round pick. It's gone. I traded away my first-round pick for Mobley from the Broncos. He's 28 years old. He has superstar dev. He is a baller. The team looks great. 88 overall. That's just what I needed to go over real quick. I like what we got. I really wish my 99 overall quarterback would play like a 99 overall quarterback. And how is our defense doing? It's honestly not doing horrible. But what do I want to do with, whatchamacallit? Do I still have the Buffalo offense? I'm in Dallas. I'm in the Dallas playbook. We're going to go back to 4-6 here. And then we're going to go to multiple zone run as always. I'm just going to keep it like that. I still have a good running back, so I'm going to keep it like that. Apart from that, let's move in to the playoffs. And we finish 8-9. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what you want me to tell you. We're 8-9. Cool. 90 overall team, 8-9. I wish my 99 quarterback would play like a 99 quarterback and stop throwing interceptions. 11th best offense, 3rd best defense. And we missed the playoffs. 15 interceptions, 97 passer rating. I already paid him. I can't get rid of him. Cherry, 16 touchdowns, 4.7 per carry, almost 1,400 yards. Great receiving-wise. Lamar Ball, 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Mitch McLean, the tight end, 101 receptions. I'm going to switch into the Buffalo offense, see what we got from there. Frank Amell, 122 tackles for a loss, 18 for Dylan Paxton, 6 sacks, 18.5 for Rashard Bayless. That's going to be X Factor, and 16 for Dylan Paxton. Interceptions, 4 for Rashad Basie. Safeties on the team is going to be 0 defensive touchdowns. It's going to be 0. So anyways, guys, apart from that, it is now time to move in to the offseason. And the Saints beat the Texans in the Super Bowl. Isaiah Hooks wins the Super Bowl MVP. Kirk Weatherford on the Dolphins wins the league MVP. There are no awards here for the Detroit Lions. Man, it's so annoying how we're finishing the bottom of the division when we have a 90 overall team. Ridiculous. Cherry is an X factor now. Lamar Ball is up to an 88. Good stuff. McLean is probably going to be regressing soon. The rest of the team is fine. Bayless just had 18.5 sacks. I'm going to give him superstar X factor. If you want to cry, you can. Don't care. I picked a baller player, just admit it. I'm baller at drafting, but apparently the AI just doesn't agree with me. They're just like, no, you suck at everything because we say so. Buffalo offense is back to where we're going to go because for some reason we're not allowed to do anything else. But that's what I'm going to do. I think it's just the Lions team is just plagued or just scripted in Madden to be terrible no matter what I do. But let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, Penei Sewell and defensive tackle Joe Favors both retire. I need a new defensive tackle, and I need a new right tackle. Great. Clayton Ball is the guy that I wanted from last year. Offer him a huge deal. He resigns. He's an 86 overall. He wasn't even really worth that. Hartwell, I don't really have anyone else. I'll do another one-year deal with you. He's not interested in signing. Okay, don't need you anymore. Frank Amell is my top linebacker. I need you back, please. And he doesn't want to come back. Kyle Guy, I need you back, please. And he resigns. Okay. Enrique, I want you back. Didn't know you were this old already, but you'll resign for another 3 years. Anyone else? No. So in free agency, I want another DB, Amell, and I want... I guess I'll take my punter back or get a different punter. Yeah, I want Amell back, and I need a... I'm brain farting right now. I'm dead right now. Let's just move to free agency. After free agency, we got this stud defensive back, Randy Glover, 87 overall, 25 years old, superstar X Factor, and we got Carlos Moreno. He is going to be out of LSU, of course, but it's not like we drafted him. He is 30 years old, 83 overall right tackle, just to replace Penei Sewell until I find an official replacement. But let's move in to the draft. And with my second round pick, because I didn't have a first round pick because I traded for a defensive back, I'm picking up Chris Driscoll out of Michigan State, 6'5", 325. We're keeping a lot of players local, apparently. Hidden development, he's going to be the right tackle of the future over the other guy, but for right now, he's just going to be a backup. Now, this is the team moving into 2038. We have 4 years left on the rebuild. I believe in 2041 is when the rebuild ends. God, I do not want this video to get 500 likes because then I'm going to have to do a 30-year rebuild. I will die if I have to do that. Team's looking great, 89 overall, but the AI, of course, does not care. We're going to move Henderson inside to second string middle linebacker because having just depth at middle linebacker is just better for your team overall. So we're going to do that. Officially move him inside there, and we are all good. X Factor defensive ends, once again, I'm going to move Glover up just because he has an X Factor. Team looks great, obviously, but the AI does not give a shit. But let's move in to the playoffs. Here we are in the playoffs going 15-2 suddenly. Okay. I don't know how you work AI. Sure, let's just go with that. Sergio finally having a passer rating over 100. 7th best offense, 19th best defense. Doesn't make any sense. 5,000 yards, 38 touchdowns. Interceptions is still a problem. 101 passer rating. Cherry, 13 touchdowns, 3.9 per carry. Really isn't good. Mike Henry, 1,300 yards, 21 touchdowns. That deserves X Factor, but he's probably going to get Superstar. Clayton Ball, 6 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. Lamar Ball, 1,100 yards and only 2 touchdowns. Defensively, Godwin, not Goodwin. 135 tackles for a loss, 20 for Dylan Paxton. Sacks, 25 for Dylan Paxton is great. Enrique Guerrero with 10 and Kenya Parker with 9. I guess Rashard Bayless wasn't there. And receptions, 3 for Brian Godwin. I remember he was like a 3rd-round pick for me. 0 defensive touchdowns and 0 safeties. 15-2. We have 3 Super Bowl wins in the past 20 years, which is good in real life, but in Madden, I'm pissed, bro. I should have so much more. Let's see what we got. 90 overall against the 85 overall San Francisco 49ers. We're 15-2, top of the division, number 1 seed. Okay, sure. Let's move into the offseason. And the Jaguars beat the Niners in the Super Bowl. Manny Kitchens wins the Super Bowl MVP. Brett Carey wins the league MVP on the Saints, which is their new quarterback. Dylan Paxton, Defensive Player of the Year. But, of course, our defense ranks 19th. We're 15-2. We lose in the divisional round. Sure, okay. But this is what the team's looking like. Henry does get Superstar. Cherry has regressed. I'm going to just trade for a new running back, honestly. Anything else? Parker gets Superstar Dev, which is awesome. No other upgrades that I see on this team, so let's just move in to the re-signings. In the NFC North, Cherry finally retires after we traded for him. That's fine. I'll find someone else. Players ready to negotiate. Let's see who we have here. We have our center. We want him back for the remainder of the rebuild, which I think is 3 years. Our left guard, I want him back for 3 years as well, for sure. Let's do that. He resigns as well. Let's see what we got for CJ Mobley. Do want him back. Let's do 3 years for him. He resigns. Traded a 1st-round pick for him, of course. Lamar Ball, gonna need him back. 5-year deal. He resigns. Kenya Parker, he's old, but I want him back. Let's do another year. It's a pretty cheap contract. He resigns. Mike Henry, he doesn't want to be here. He wants a mentor, and he doesn't want to pay state income tax. I'll just pay him. He wants to test free agency. I don't want him to do that, but I'm not going to stop him because I need a running back in free agency. Brian Godwin resigns on that. Mitch McLean doesn't want to be, wants to be here, but I don't want him. I want a new tight end. Going to get a new receiver probably if Mitch Henry doesn't want to come back in free agency, and I need a new running back, so let's move into it. After free agency, we got a replacement for Mitch. We got Mike Duke, and then we got a new halfback, Caleb Hobson, 25 years old, superstar dev, but he's only an 83. And then we got Max Morris, 28-year-old tight end, who's an 82 overall. So anyways, let's move in to the draft. In the first round, I'm selecting tight end Eli Iparda. Not really insane. He had great A's across the board. His athleticism wasn't insane, but only normal dev, which kind of sucks, but he's going to be our 1st-round pick. We got 3 more years left. Sergio Porter's finally regressing. He really didn't deserve to be a 99. The dude was not that good. He was good for his first few seasons. We were a 97. We had to be a 97 overall to win Super Bowls, but this is the team that we got right now. I think it's amazing. But 90 overall team, the AI just disagrees with me all the time. It's so stupid that Sergio Porter just throws so many interceptions. But anyways, let's move into the playoffs once again. 14-3, top of the division, 1st-round bye, just to be eliminated in the divisional round. I'm not even expecting anything anymore. Sergio Porter, great season. Gonna disappoint me. 4th best offense, best defense in the NFL. Doesn't matter. 5,100 yards, 38 touchdowns. He just loves throwing interceptions. It's his favorite thing. Does the Cardinals still have my boy? Is he still there? Marcus Wilkerson is doing so much better, bro. We love to see him flourish. Marcus Wilkerson. I guess it all worked out for the Cardinals, even though they still haven't won a Super Bowl. Even in 20 years in the simulation, they still haven't won it. But, yeah, 102 passer rating. Hobson, 16 touchdowns, 4.0 per carry, 1,200 yards. That's honestly better than my previous running back, Cherry. Sergio Porter with 10 rushing touchdowns. That's great. Receiving-wise, Lamar Ball, 1,800 yards, 8 touchdowns. That's X Factor, 135 receptions. Literally hogged all of the yards from us. But Duke had 11 touchdowns, more than him. Defensively, Brian Godwin, 113 tackles for loss, 26 for Dylan Paxton, sacks, 20 for Dylan Paxton, 9 for Enrique Guerrero Parker. Why is Bayless not doing good anymore? Interceptions, 3 for Brian Godwin. Safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns is 0. I gotta see, bro. What was the... Why am I blanking? I'm blanking so hard. Holy crap. My brain is turned into mush after trying to do this in one sitting. I was thinking about something that was really important. I don't care anymore. I've lost hope. 2039. We got 2 more seasons after this. Who are we gonna lose to in the divisional? We're gonna lose to the Buccaneers. Okay, 10-7. They're in 85. Just get it over with. We win 31-28. Yay! Just to lose to the Commanders. Are we gonna make it to the Super Bowl? Probably not. We're 8 overalls higher than them, and we lose by a lot, even though we're 8 overalls higher. Nice. Let's move into the offseason. You guys may be wondering, oh, why are you doing this all in one sitting? Because I'm David Goggins. I don't quit when I'm tired. I quit when I'm done, baby. But anyways, the Commanders win the Super Bowl 35-28. Trevor Goldsberry wins the Super Bowl MVP. Ryan Loomis, the new GOAT of the Bills, wins another league MVP. Even though I've been using the Bills playbook, but sure. He wins a league MVP. And Dylan Paxton wins another Defensive Player of the Year. I have the best defense. Still can't make it to the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter. Let's see what the team upgrades are. I think I am in the Dallas playbook, actually. And I am just going to move that from that to... No, I'm in the Buffalo playbook. I'm not getting the production that these other guys are getting. Ball just had 1,800 yards in a season. I don't care if he didn't have double-digit touchdowns. He had 135 receptions and 1,800 yards. He's getting X Factor. Lamar Ball up to X Factor. And anything else? Nothing that I can see defensively. Parker goes to X Factor, even though he's very, very old now. Nothing else that I really need or want here. The team is so stacked. The AI is retarded. We still have 3 Super Bowl wins. Let's move into the re-signings. In the NFC North, no Lions players retires. We have 2 more seasons to do this to get our 4th Super Bowl win. 3 Super Bowl wins in past 20 years, I wouldn't say is horrible. Howie Newbie, I remember drafting this guy. How the time has passed. 2 more years left, so sure. I enjoyed playing for you. No, you're not going to free agency. Bayless, you're not leaving either. Player friendly. We're re-signing you. Sure. Basie, we'll do another 2 years with you because we have another 2 years left on this rebuild. Honestly, I already got your replacement. Parker, sure. Since you have X Factor, I'll do another 2 years. Why not? You can stay on the team. Moats, sure. Another year. He wants to play for a new team. Never mind. Henderson, I do want back as depth. Let's do player-friendly deal for him. 4 years. He resigns. Anyone else? KJ Olsen, don't care. A kicker. DeMarco Daniels can walk. Anyone else? No. Obi Newman, I'm going to... Howie Newbie, I'm going to franchise tag him, and let's move into free agency. After free agency, we got Jackie Graves, a defensive tackle. That's literally all I got. Didn't really need anything else, and I only have $12 million left to spend. So let's move into the 2040 draft. In the first round, I'm picking up left outside linebacker Trey Bernard, normal dev. He had A tackle, B pursuit. That's why I picked him. Normal dev. Don't care. There's 2 years left. Please, I'm begging you. I don't care if I sound dumb. I am dying right now. I'm about to take the world's fattest nap. No, I'm about to go to sleep. It's 8 p.m. I'm going to be an old man. I'm going to go to sleep after this rebuild. Holy crap. Oh, you're playing a video game for like 7 hours. That's not exhausting. You're playing video games. That's not... Bro, you want to do this rebuild? You want to record this? You want to edit this for the next 10 hours? Hell no. This shit's exhausting, bro. A 91 overall team and we still suck. Like, we still screw it up every single year. I definitely have the highest overall team every year. Sergio Porter was good for like the first 3 seasons. But apart from that, it's now time to move in to the second to final season and move into the playoffs. Another top of the division season. I'm not excited. Kill me. Just let me die. MVP maybe? Yay! Woohoo! God. Sergio, please, for the love of God, win another one and retire and die, bro. Best defense, 6th best offense. Yes, finally the interception problem is fixed. 112 pass rating, 9 receptions to 45 touchdowns, 5,200 yards. How's my boy doing? My emotional connection. No, he's gone. Where did he go? Marcus, where did you go? Wherefore art thou, Marcus? Oh, he's a backup. No, the downfall of Marcus Wilkerson. He made it all the way to the Super Bowl and lost. He's won 1 league MVP. We'll compare him in the next season. Don't worry. We love Marcus Wilkerson, even though he went to another team and he pissed me off. Hobson, significant down year. Duke, 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns, great year. Lamar Ball, 105 receptions, 1,300 yards, 12 touchdowns, great year. Clayton Ball, 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, great year. Max Morris, good year for a tight end. Defensively, Godwin, 140 tackles for a loss, 15 for Dylan Paxton. Sacks, 25 for Dylan Paxton. Interceptions, 3 for Quincy Stevenson, my free safety. Safeties on the team, 0. Defensive touchdowns is 0. Won the league MVP this year. Another first-round bye at 13-4. We cannot lose in the divisional, the conference championship. 9-8. Los Angeles Rams. We're in 93 overall. They're in 88. They're 9-8, bro. They're 9-8. 31-28, just like last year. Here to face the 10-7 Carolina Panthers. They have a 99 QB, but we're 4 overalls higher. Please, just take us back. It's his MVP season. Yes! Yes! Finally, in real life, 2 teams in real life, these 2 teams do not have Super Bowl wins. Texans versus the Lions. They're in 89. We're 4 overalls higher. We have 3 total Super Bowl wins. We've appeared in the Super Bowl 3 times. We have 3 Super Bowl wins. Lamar Ball is probably going to carry us there. Ugh, dude. Holy shit, dude. the feeling of relief. Let's get a 4th one. Come on. Here we are against the Houston Texans. They start out 3-0. We strike with 7 points. They're going to strike with 7 right back at us. We missed a field goal, apparently. 14-10 right now. We have the number 1 defense in the league. Let's start showing it. 17-16 at halftime. 24-16 right now. 8-point game. We made a 2-score game there. Now it's a 1-score game once again. Come on. Still 8-point difference. And that's going to do it. 19-32. We are 4-4 in Super Bowls in this 20-year rebuild. I would definitely consider that successful. Sergio also wearing the number 4. It's not because of you, Sergio. I can guarantee you. It's not because of you. Anyways, let's move in to see who your Super Bowl MVP is. Sergio Porter wins the Super Bowl MVP. He had 1 touchdown, and he wins the league MVP. Sure, why not? Dylan Paxton, another defensive player of the year. All of our defensive ends, Will Anderson, Aiden Hutchinson, Paxton have been amazing. But anyways, we've seen the team upgrades. Let's move into the re-sign players. In the NFC North, our center, Dwayne Gay, retires after 13 years. I'm trying to maintain the team the best I possibly can. That is my objective. Howie Newby, 2 years, 3 years, take what you want. I don't care. Rebuild ends next season. Stevenson, take what you want. I don't care either. Just trying. Okay, I guess he's going to go to free agency. This guy, my right guard, I want him back as well. 3 years, we'll take that. He resigns. Enrique, I'll do you another 2 years. He resigns. Max Ross, that defensive back is going to go. I'm going to tag Quincy Stevenson. We're negative 16 million. Let's move in to the draft. In the first round, I'm picking up our new center since our old one left, Eddie Bradshaw. So almost 300 pounds, 6'3", hidden development, 86 strength. I don't really care what his stats are. It's the final season. Here we are in the 20th and final season. I never thought I would say that in my lifetime. Holy crap. Okay. 20th and final season. We have 4 Super Bowl wins under our belt. Appeared in 4 Super Bowls. Team's a 90 overall. Maintained it the best I could. Sergio Porter. Middle finger to you. I don't have a face cam, but you guys know what's going on. Let's move into the playoffs. 15-2, top of the division. Number 1 ranked offense, number 1 ranked defense in points per game. Coming off a blowout win to the Browns. Best offense in the NFL. Sergio finally looks like the best quarterback, best defense in the NFL. Where was this production before? Why do you have to be so damn old and now you're doing this? Oh my, I wish I had this before, bro. I wish I had this before. 5,500 yards, 46 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 110 pass rating. Rushing wise, Hobson, 12 touchdowns, 4.2 per carry, 1,200 yards. Lamar Ball, 119 receptions, 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns is crazy. Mike Duke, 17 touchdowns, 1,200 yards. That deserves X Factor. He's probably going to get only superstar. Clayton Ball, 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns. Defensively, looking into it, Brian Godwin, who's been great for us as a 3rd round pick. 124 tackles for a loss, 17 for Rashard Bayless, sacks 22.5 for Rashard Bayless, 15 for Dylan Paxton as he's regressing, 8 for Enrique Guerrero for a 4th round pick. I think he was 4th or a 3rd round pick. He's been very, very good for us. 4 interceptions for Kyle Guy, safeties, 1 for Rashard Bayless, defensive touchdowns, 0. Rashard Bayless probably wins defensive player of the year. Let's see what we're going to be playing in the divisional round. I'm not even going to hop into the Super Bowl if we make it. Probably going to lose here to the Bears. They're in 89. We're in 92. I wouldn't be too upset if we lost this because 3 overall difference. Yeah. That's the type of way that we would end it out. 15-2. Best team in the league. Have a league MVP quarterback and we lose in the divisional round. Not upset. I'm glad the rebuild's over. Holy crap. If you don't see me uploading for the next week, you'll know why. You better like and subscribe. Not like and subscribe. I'm putting a knife to your throat, dude. Brett Carey wins the Super Bowl MVP. Sergio Porter wins the league MVP. Mike Rodick wins Coach of the Year. Let's go, baby. My first one. Rashard Bayless wins Defensive Player of the Year. It's crazy that dude started out as a star dev. I think maybe even a normal dev. But of course, I got to see the final team look. And of course, I'm going to show you guys the Hall of Famer. We got to see where Marcus ended up as. Duke goes up to an X Factor, actually. That's fire. Defensively, Bayless, X Factor. Parker's regressed into oblivion. And yeah, it's the final team. Guy got up to a superstar. Paxton is down. We had a whole flood of emotions here if you stayed through the whole 20 years. Congrats to you. Mike Rodick, the 2nd best coach of all time. Doug Peterson is the number 1. I had more Super Bowl wins than both of them. Screw you. Actually, I had... Really? Why does he have more? I have more yearly awards. I have more Super Bowls than both of you. What? Okay, sure. Mike Rodick. 3rd for that. QB. It's time to see. Joe Burrow's number 1. I'm surprised it's not Josh Allen. He won so many damn league MVPs. Look at his yearly awards. Yeah, I guess it's the Super Bowls. Really? The Super Bowls affected that much? He's won 1? He did not win 1 Super Bowl. Joe Burrow? I felt like he won more than that. Josh Allen had more yearly awards and had more Super Bowl wins. Why did Joe Burrow? I don't... Okay, sure. Patrick Mahomes... Apparently, how does he have 1 Super Bowl win his entire career? I guess it didn't register for this year. Trevor Lawrence. Porter is the top 5 QB of all time. Mainly because these last 2 seasons. Where is he at? Marcus Wilkerson. He's still in the league. 1 conference championship, 0 Super Bowls. I'm emotionally attached to Marcus Wilkerson. I love this man. 5th round pick generated by the AI out of Boston College. But after all that, I'm done. I can finally rest on a grateful universe, as Thanos would say, I think. Might as well just be Light Yagami and just pull out the Death Note and just kill everyone. But anyways, I'm going to write my own name in there. Apart from that, guys, thank you for somehow watching to the end of this rebuild. Do not ask me to do a 30-year rebuild. If this video gets to 500 likes, I'll probably kill myself, but not actually. Anyways, guys, apart from that, I'll see you guys all in the next one, and thank you all for watching.